All right.
We're back.
We're going to give this one more go and see where it goes.
Oh, Betty message. She said, okay,
Said what?
okay, coming on.
Just got the notification. It says we are live. Okay, we got 2 people jumped in.
Probably Ashton and Betty
Probably, yeah.
would be my guess.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's see if this thing will work now. I made sure that the ads are turned off so nobody get booted out again. I think that's what's happening.
Maybe, yeah.
We'll see in a minute.
We've got good internet service, so I don't know why.
Well, it's not. For change, it's not our internet. So
Oh. Something else.
just nobody knows we're on.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to do the live stuff. We need to set a day and time to do it every week or whatever. But it's kind of hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're working me like a pack mule.
I am not.
Anybody hear us? Anybody out there? Who we got here?
I wish it would kind of show who was in here.
Yeah. You know, it shows who's like
Who's
actually
typing.
typing.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I don't know why it does that. We'll give a few minutes to let anybody come on if they want to come on. Before we get into my words of wisdom for the day.
Betty's having a hard time finding it. She said, are y'all still on?
It may be where we went out and come back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still on. For now.
Can anybody hear us?
Should be able to because the little bar thing there is moving on the bottom.
Oh, I see it.
It's either tonight or tomorrow night. Come on and do a live, but Joe does his lives on Saturday, so we didn't want to do that.
Yeah. And we were going to try Wednesday, but we got tied up and didn't get to do it.
Yeah.
Had a million things going on. Hey, Betty.
Hey, Betty, you find it? Finally found us.
Yeah, Ashton was just telling us to do a wellness check on you. He said you usually beat him in.
Yeah, you want to know where Betty was at when they do a welfare check on you?
I did.
Found it. Yeah.
Oh.
We had a little while today, so we figured we'd jump on. Say hey to everybody. I need one. You and me both.
Yeah, me too at times. My hair's still wet.
Mine ain't wet. Mine just stand straight up. About time to cut it again. Where's Ashton now? I don't know. He probably ain't made it back on yet. But we was on, and then we the ads was kicking people off, so I shut it off and restarted it, make sure the ads didn't pop back up. So no ads should be coming up now. Shouldn't anyway. I don't know. As soon as I say that, it'll kick everybody off again. But I turned the ads off. So we figured we'd come on, stay on for a little while. Ain't nothing else going on. Look like it's gonna come with another bad storm, so
Yeah.
we'll see how this internet holds up in a bad storm. Cause I don't think we've done it. Have we done live since we put that Starlink in?
Yeah. We've done a couple of them, a few of them. Right after we got it. Yippee, I got version 1 first. How your chickens doing and your goats?
Well, I don't know if we've done like anytime like lengthy live with that Starlink. I mean, I can't remember, to be honest with you, because it's been so long since we've done one.
What is that about?
Because that the storm that's coming through right now, I want to see how it's done with that. But evidently, I mean, it's done pretty
There
good.
seems to be constant storm.
Storms, yeah. Yeah, for some odd reason, it's starting to. Well, it is that time of year too, but it gets worse every year. It gets further in every year.
But like we were telling Ashton, a good note is we got some shell down here that we got a guy to bring a couple loads out. But the bad part is he didn't spread it and it's just sitting in a big old pile.
Well, that one load he spread because he had to get his truck out where he got stuck. But
right, but
there's Ashton.
Hey Ashton.
We back. Yeah.
Yeah, Betty was just asking about you. And I was telling her you were asking about her.
Yeah, we actually found a guy to deliver what they call shell here. It's, I'm pretty sure you know what shell is, shell rock. They sell it by the load here. You know, like just excavator, they cut into the side of a bank full of shell and just dump it in a truck and they bring it and dump it.
Basically what this whole mountain is.
Yeah, basically what this whole mountain is. But when you dump it on your road like that, that's really good for like road based shell is because, well, right there in the curve around the gate where we dumped it out right there, everything up here is so muddy you can't even get out of your truck, walk up the road up through here. But that part right there where we dumped it is like concrete. So I think we finally found something to work if we can just get more of it up here. Of course, he did bring 2-3 loads of it. So I
think 4.
On 3.
Was it?
Yeah, 3. Because he brought the 2. He brought one. The second one's when he got stuck, and then he brought another one like midnight or something like it. So.
And where he brought it, where he got stuck and spread it a little bit, and then where the pile is, me and Chris went out there and shoveled some over to the other side by the gate with a shovel. And it seems to be done really good. We need to get it down the road where they messed the road up.
Yeah, ain't no hope for that. Ain't no hope for them.
Can't even get my car in here.
But we did get another oven. That's a bonus, I guess.
Yeah, we're fixing to put it in tomorrow.
But the only bad part about that is on the truck. I can't unload it by myself. I actually won't come help me.
I think Jordan's coming tomorrow.
Yeah. Supposed to. They got something else going on. But we did get another oven. It's on the back of the truck right now.
Yeah, because this one I got, the eyes work, but the oven don't work. And when Chris took it apart, it looks like it caught on fire. He said, "Oh, hush."
Yeah, we bought that. This one that's in here now, the eyes work on it. But the oven completely quit. And I took the back off of it. And you tell it's been on fire. I mean, it's literally been on fire because you can see where it's all burnt in there and everything.
Betty said, "I've been seeing Ashton on your videos." Yeah, he has been on them.
Yeah.
He's been down here.
Yeah, he's been down here 2 or 3 times the last couple months. He helped me put the roof on the shed.
Yes, Ashton.
Something else.
He's supposed to be coming down.
Yeah, he's supposed to. So, what else do we do, Ashton? I mean, you put, well, it's like one half the roof, and then you come back with another half. And then, what else do we do? I hurt my hoof. Yeah, he did get hurt, Betty. He got hurt. He gets hurt every time he comes down here, I believe.
And then you and I did the walkway, the ramp.
Yeah. Well, you ain't supposed to tell that.
Oh, we ain't put that video
Nah.
on, have we?
Nah, it's on there, but they come on. You supposed to tell everything. They ain't gonna watch it now.
We'll have to see how we build it.
Yeah, we need to make 30 cents off that video like we do the rest of them. Actually, I want to see how much money we made just today.
And you know what? You still ain't doing your egg drop soup video. I threw all the stuff away in the refrigerator that you got to do it.
We lost a subscriber.
Why? Oh,
They
yep.
They didn't like our live.
Betty said, Chris, you better take care of Ashton. Well, somebody didn't like something because they unsubscribed.
Yeah. Ashton said the video today had a sneak peek of the new door. It did, yeah. That is a heavy duty door. Heavy duty. I'll go ahead and tell you that. The next one will probably have a sneak peek of the ramp that we built. So it all turned out pretty good though. I actually took and built the ramp, and then we took it's kind of jacked up on one side where the ground's uneven. And
now you're telling.
Yeah, it don't matter. Anyway, we had to pour concrete to level out one side of it, like make a ramp to the ramp kind of thing.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
And it turned out pretty good.
Said I'll have to watch again to see the door.
Yeah, I think it's on there a couple times. It turned out heavy. I had to put 5 hinges on it. So it's pretty heavy duty.
We got several videos that need to come out, but...
Well, we're like 4 videos ahead right now. It's like 4 or 5. And they come out Tuesdays and Fridays.
Well, we're going to need them if it keeps raining because we can't go out there in the rain and do anything.
What's that?
Well, I felt like, yeah, watch the new video on lunch.
Yeah.
I mean, we could video on it, but we probably won't when it's raining. We just...
The Swiss landslide, yeah, that was bad, wasn't it? The Swiss landslide. There's a whole, like a glacier or something, slipped off the mountain and basically covered that whole town. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I've been watching a whole lot of the Russia deal and all that stuff because that's going to be pretty rough here in a couple of weeks. He basically had my 2-week ultimatum kind of thing. We'll see what happens, but probably within the next 2 weeks they're going to be bombing the crap out of Iran anyway. So
3 weeks I go to Florida. I think it's about 3 weeks.
You'll get down there and get stranded.
Nope.
They start lobbing them missiles off.
Nope. It better wait till I get home.
Drive by is all I can do.
Drive fast. I'll let Jordan drive. He drives better down there than I do.
Yeah, Chris is getting out of prison. Yeah, that was crazy. Flooding with landslides, yeah. Yeah, weather's getting definitely different. That's for sure. It's like I say all the time. People think I'm crazy, but being on solar power, I kind of a nerd when it comes to that stuff. So I kind of watch, like, see where the sun is. Like every year, I try to see where sunrise, sunset, and all that. And the sun is moving that way.
Yeah.
Every year it gets further and further.
That helps us know where to put the solar panels, where to put everything.
Yeah.
Like where to build.
So I mean, there's definitely a shift going because it's for the last, say, 5 years, it gets further and further over. just watch YouTube so I can haven't heard the rest of the stuff. Yeah, it's on YouTube too. You can look it up. They was talking some kind of peace deal. Trump and Putin was talking some kind of peace deal, and then Putin started lobbing like 900 drones over into Ukraine, and then yeah, I don't know. That ain't never gonna stop. Just be honest with you. Now Trump's making his threats to Putin, and Putin's threatening back, and then Lavrov, or whatever you pronounce his name, he's threatening World War III if we intervene or something like that. So we'll see. It's gonna be another Cold War probably.
Worldwide changes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's for sure.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know about what they call that, global warming or something like that. I don't know about nothing like that, but pole shift, yeah, I definitely believe that because, like I said, the sun every year gets a little further that way, every single year. So I do buy into that one. For the last 4 or 5 years, I mean, it's got further and further. It started where I could actually notice it, probably say 5, 6 years ago, something like that, and I could really, really notice it. That's how I kind of judged. Really, it's kind of judged where I want to put my solar panels. And whenever I first started setting it up, as where, you know, like I watch the sunrise and sunset. That's kind of how I judged where I wanted my panels. I wanted over as far as I could over to the side, out of the way, but not so far that they'd be shaded by the trees. But when I first set them up, the big trees out there didn't shade them. So now, well, I can't say they're shading them that bad, but yeah, it takes a little longer to charge, but because of the shading on the panels now. But I'm still going to put the panels on the back side of the house, so I'll take care of all that. I know it won't shade them over there. I'm going to put 12 on each side, 12 over here and 12 over there. One for the morning sun, one for the evening sun. Then I'm not messing with. Well, I can't say that either. I'll probably put solar panels on the doghouse.
And then you'll be doing more and more and more. I have a zombie hen that hatched 2 eggs and she turned attack him. I can't even feed them without
getting attacked. I am things for me. They really are.
They ate our turkey.
Yeah, they eat that turkey. Well, 2 turkeys, wasn't it?
No, they did. Sorry.
Yeah, well, 3 turkeys.
Mm-hmm.
They flat out eat them, and I mean literally eat the turkeys.
Yeah, all the feathers and plucked it so it was bleeding, and then just kept plucking.
Yeah, plucking.
But we need more turkeys.
Yeah.
I need to find someone that has some turkeys that ain't costing an arm and a leg so we can get some.
We started out with 8 guineas and we're down to 1 because I'm pretty sure I figured.
This is the first one I've had named. That one tried to pluck you that was stuck today, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was where she was sitting and her.
Yeah, we got three actually that's trying to sit on eggs, so we have to keep throwing them off the nest box.
But she had her wings stuck to the nest box thing, and Chris had to cut the cloth to help get her out. I
had like a curtain to kind of block the eggs where they can't see them. But when I built it, I just kind of throw it together, and I got a roll out nest box built, but they don't roll out.
Can get down there where they roll to.
Yeah. So tomorrow I've got to fix that to where the chickens. I got the nest box, and then it's kind of slanted, and the eggs are rolling to the back. Mm-hmm. But right where the eggs roll through, I left it up too high. And it's actually high enough for the chicken. Them little, the zombie chickens, the hens are not that big. I mean, they're not huge. They're kind of a small hen. And they go right under that and set on the eggs in there and try to hatch them out. So we have to go in there and throw them out all the time. I got to fix that where they can't get back there to where the eggs are. So I definitely need to do that tomorrow. So we got to start I'm going to start the soffit on the shed. I got to get the inside of that thing finished and get this solar stuff hung out there. I do have my new inverter in. I have to do a video on that for Signature Solar, but it's the new 12K, the EG4 12K. So I got one of them. I'm gonna have two of them. When I'm done, I'll have two of those 12K inverters. But right now, I just have one, and it's here now. It's actually back here in the room.
I thought I had a picture of where they were nesting like that under there.
Yeah. The baby's not here, so we got the inverter in his room, laying in there on the floor. Big box. So I need to get that part of the shed finished so I can take that hanging on the wall. We was up to 11, brought back down to 9.
Can't be the ads, though.
No.
They just think we're boring.
We are boring, that's why. Talking about chickens and Ashton's. Ugh. Poor Ashton gets hurt every time he comes up or down here or whatever you want to call it.
See my taters, Betty?
Right there. So it's different now because we put more dirt in it. Right?
Yeah.
That was the tater bed that she got. And all them come up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first one I got to get mean. Yeah, the ours ain't mean, but you tell they will be, you know, if they're sitting on eggs and stuff.
Yeah, I don't really see. I don't know what I do with that picture. I'm not going to sit here and look through all these because I got a bunch again.
No one gets notification until a day later. Yeah. I don't know how to fix that, though. I mean, I've tried it on the settings. I've looked at all the settings and stuff and all. Evidently, people don't have their notifications on. Whenever you join the channel or whatever, you got to hit that thing that says notifications. You got to turn those on.
Sometimes it flips you back off.
Mm-hmm.
We losing all our people.
That's all right. Never done for now.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell, exactly. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to hit that bell to get notification.
Yeah.
So we're probably out there tomorrow working on the shed all day tomorrow. If it don't get rain. Well, we can work on the inside, but I got to wire it and all that stuff.
We got to do the chicken coop too, the nest box. We pulled all that up tonight, but we didn't video none of it.
Well, part of the problem with that nesting box is I put that artificial grass looking stuff in there, but I got the real tile stuff, and the egg hit it and it won't roll because it's so thick. So
you yanked that up.
I yanked all that out just a little while ago because it wasn't working. I got some just like regular, like I guess carpet going there. Mm-hmm. It's like a grass, like a fake grass, but it's more like a carpet.
Mm-hmm.
So that should work. They should roll with that in there. If not, I'll just leave it all out and sleep down in the wood.
Right.
Arkansas normally on here. He ain't on here today.
He might not be getting notifications neither.
Probably not.
Maybe try texting.
I don't think it's sending notifications out to anybody, to be honest with
you. Yeah, I don't either. Did you do that thing you were talking about where they throw your advertisements out or your videos?
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's.
See, he needs a wellness check too. That's what I just told Chris. I said, try texting him.
Needs a wellness check. Yeah, we can check and see if it's like advertising. Can go here. Then go here. Studio. Let's see here. Content. Just gonna fix something right here. So let's see what I gotta fix.
Betty said, I roosters in check, but I hate to eat the hens.
It says
We separated most of our roosters though, because there were so many of them. But when the hens quit laying and stuff, we do something with
let's
them.
see.
Let's
Create
put it that
campaigns,
way.
ad groups, keywords, and more.
Betty, how are your goats and your chickens doing? You said that some of your chickens got mean, right? Making life or death decisions when you buy eggs from the grocery store. Yeah, they're expensive. Speaking of which, do you need more eggs, Ashton? Last week, all the ones we got, and I think the week before, Chris pickled because we didn't have nobody to give them to or nothing to do with them. We're gonna try to get rid of some of them this week. If not, I think he's gonna dehydrate these, ain't you?
Yeah, probably. Most likely.
Betty said I have plenty if y'all need any.
Oh, we got 9 dozen just a little while ago.
Yeah. Yeah, we got 8 12-packs and a 18-pack. So we got quite a few. Ashton said I might get a couple dozen from you. Okay, yeah.
Let's see.
We always try to ask before we start dehydrating or pickling them, because then if not, you gotta wait till we get them again, because it.
Yeah.
Because one day you'll get 10, 12 dozen. The next day you may get 10 eggs.
Yeah.
So it all depends. I don't know what they do, but it varies from day to day. But what's that?
Yes. I'm reading this Google Ads thing where we set it up. Let's see.
Oh, Betty said they just put 100 eggs in the dehydrator. We haven't dehydrated any in a while. We've been pickling them. So we've got bukus of pickled eggs. So we're gonna probably start dehydrating them again. Well, we don't get rid of it.
Yeah, probably need to start doing that again.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to get some more turkeys if anyone knows where we can get some that ain't real expensive. Jar's just so expensive to pickle. Yeah. We just reuse the jars that people bring back or that we have.
We haven't want to get them back.
We just buy the rings again. But yeah, jars are expensive too. Or we try to find them when they're on sale at Walmart or on sale somewhere.
Okay, so I think reload that. I had to fix a Google Ads thing. Yeah.
What are they sending?
Let's see, notifications. I think.
I got goats that they have to have constant attention. Right? Because they'll get out and tear some stuff up, won't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We need to get our fence up down here so that we can get some to take down half of these woods up here. Soggy back.
What's that? Soggy back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fix this thing here. So
Yeah, we're wanting to get some more turkeys because the baby likes the turkeys. And turkeys are expensive at the holidays too. So if you have enough, you can process them yourself.
yeah, we got a brand new chicken plugger. Never used it.
Hey, Soggy, how are you?
Okay. You were completed
How are
all
you
required
doing?
tasks. So there's that.
Hey, Arkansas.
Did they finally make it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. That should.
Soggy playing music for chickens. Chris built swings in our chicken coop for our chickens, but I ain't really never seen the chickens swing on them. The grandkids usually swing on them. Caden and Augie.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy. Okay, so the end date, we'll put it out till 17th or something.
What's that for?
The promotion thing was talking about.
Oh.
Okay, let's see here. It's active. So,
How's
sorry.
everyone been doing? With this storm and all, I think everybody's getting it now, though.
Yeah. Hey, Arkansas, how you doing, buddy? Hello, Soggy, AR, and of course, Ashton.
He says, I love the solar building.
Thank you.
Chris calls it the Ark.
Yeah, I'm gonna nickname it the Ark. It's a perfect name for it.
Because he said, think about the Ark, what Noah had in it. You know, everything to live, where it's going to have our solar stuff in it. And it's going to have, like, prep and supply.
Food.
Food, like number 10 cans. That, so it's going to be our Ark.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyway.
technically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm about done messing with this now. I think I got that resolved. Okay. I said, Google Ads thing just sent me a message on here and said I need to resolve an issue. So I'll fix that. I suppose it didn't pop back up anymore.
And I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah.
I just sit here and watch.
We're just talking about that building a while ago, Arkansas. I got to fix the inside of it. I got to finish at least that one wall so I can mount this new. I got the new inverter in finally, which I ain't done a video on that for. I need to do a video on that for Signature Solar.
Yes, the batteries are very heavy. And now we have 3 cabinets full. 2 of every kind, I should say. Hey, I would like to have 2 of every kind of animal. Or more.
I'll just take 2 inverters. Those batteries will be heavy to float. Yeah.
They are heavy.
They're 105 pounds a piece, and there's 18 of them. So.
We need 2 of every.
Then the case that they're in is like 150 pounds.
We're talking about getting some meat chickens.
Yeah. Or flask. No, it's just a shed. If I ever get done with it, it's a little further along now than the last video because we're like 4 videos ahead.
We have to be though, because when it rains, we can't do nothing.
Yeah, unless you don't want to walk around mud cake that deep on the bottom of your shoe.
I don't.
But I need to get the at least that one back wall finished in the shed, so I can hang the inverters and get like a bunch of the wiring. Go ahead and get that done because I'm not going to disassemble this. Yeah,
and get lights out there.
I'm not going to disassemble this solar system until I get that pretty much ready to take the batteries out there and turn it back on. So this inverter that's in here, I will mount it out there too, but not at first. It'll be like a backup inverter for out there, because you always got to have a backup for your backup. So I got this big 12K inverter in here, the what's this called, the GroWatt, and then I got the brand new EG4 12K. But the only difference is the EG4 accepts way more solar input to it. So.
And then we need to get the greenhouse.
Yeah. There's actually a company sending us some panels for the greenhouse. It's I don't know what you call them. It's like a greenhouse panels, I guess. But the only thing bad about it is they're only 2 foot by 4 foot panels. I mean, it's not going to be.
But we can always sheet the back of it or wrap. But
I think they're going to send us like 10 pieces of it or something like that. That'd be enough probably to do the front and that one side. And the other side and the tops we'll put in plastic.
Well, the top we have them on already.
I'm talking about the eave.
Oh, yeah.
Above.
Yeah. But we need to get that going. We was gonna do a few more grow barrels, but we haven't got to it yet. So.
You know, grow bed.
Yep.
Well, I really want to wait and see how these do before I build any more, because it's like $100, $120 to fill one with soil.
Yep. Well, our potatoes were doing good, but I've got a whole bunch of plants planted started already.
You want to raise some, about 8 meat chickens? I want to get some, but I want to get there again. I'm waiting until the shed is done because I want to get we got the little chest freezer. It's actually over there.
But it's full.
Yeah, and it's flat full, but it's like a little 5 cubic foot, not 7 7 cubic foot freezer. One of the small ones you can buy like at Walmart or wherever. I want to get the large chest freezer and put it out in the shed. And I'm gonna build shelves all on that one side, just for like dry food storage.
For like the
like 10 cans. Anything dry food like wheat,
like sugar,
salt,
things like that.
Stuff like that. I ain't gonna put nothing like canned goods out there because
unless they're number 10 cans.
Yeah, I'm talking about like cans of corn and stuff like that. I ain't doing none of that. So.
Just made chicken and dumplings.
Thick dumplings. I like me some chicken and dumplings, man. That's some good stuff. Actually, I ain't had none of that in a long time. I cheat whenever I make mine. I use canned biscuits in mine.
I think the last time you made it was when Dad was still alive.
Yeah, I ain't made none in 5, 6 years now. But like I said, even then I cheated. I used canned biscuits. I mean, it's pretty good.
We went from 11 people to 5.
Yeah. But yeah, I do like that.
We want to get the meat birds and raise them up. I think it takes 8 weeks or.
Yeah, from hatching to 8 weeks, they'll be huge.
But then we also talked about doing.
Some people just wait like 5 or 6 weeks.
We also talked about doing them in the incubator and hatching them ourselves too.
They can't find the eggs for them.
I'm making them now.
Chicken and dumplings.
Yeah.
See, now I just ate. Now y'all making me hungry again. I would like to have some on that. I would tell you to bring you some, Arkansas, but I believe it'd be cold before you got here, buddy.
It's a long ride.
Yeah. I think it's like 10, 12, 13 hours away.
Or a long fly.
Yeah.
You got to do that egg drop soup. No, he bought all the stuff to do it.
And forgot.
And then I threw it away because it went out of date.
Yeah. I can do it though.
Soggy said about to do a second bowl. He's gonna eat one for you.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, I don't know how much we'll do on videos tomorrow because we got to do the. We got to put that stove in. Got to go to town.
Well, honestly, I can't go nowhere until Jordan is here to help me get that stove off
Right.
the truck. Eggs biscuits too. Canned biscuits, yeah.
Betty said her too.
But I've only used them a few times. I mean, they taste fine. I mean, honestly. But I always made them, like me and the baby make biscuits exact same way, but just drop it down in there. So me and him ain't been able to make biscuits in the last 2 months. Well, we can go to the air fryer, but that's still ain't the same. We've done it in the air fryer, but we ain't been able to make them in the oven because ever since we put this oven in, well, no, it worked for about a week.
I was gonna say we used it 2-3 times.
But that stove, man, I tell you what, that was weird. The digital board went out on the stove, and it was like that. We bought it, and the lady that we bought it from, she swore up down, oh, it's like a brand new one. So we got it and brought it here. And as soon as we plugged it up, it didn't work. Now I took the back off of it, and it had actually been on fire. And there's a socket where the light bulb screws in for the oven, and behind that socket has actually been on fire, and it's like burnt the whole backside inside of the metal casing of the stove. I was like, yeah, there's why they swapped it out right there.
Yeah. Ashton said needed to film putting the new stove in. Betty said I even made apple turnovers with canned biscuits. Just roll them out. Actually, I do. When I'm being lazy and don't feel like making pizza dough, I let the babies roll out the biscuit dough and make their own pizzas out of that.
You can make anything out of canned biscuits. So, I mean, you can pretty much do anything with that stuff.
Yep.
Make well, chicken and dumplings. We don't cover that part, but there's several different things you can do with it.
Like I said, little baby pizzas and apple turnovers and
biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy. We were just talking about.
As soon as I get this oven swapped out, I'm making biscuits.
Well, we talked about making them pork chop biscuits.
Yeah. I don't like what's the name of that chicken place? Bojangles. I don't like their food because everything they have tastes the same. It's got that same spice on it. Even the unspicy stuff is spicy, and I don't much care for it.
I don't like spicy.
Yeah, it tires me up. It hurts my stomach. But the pork chop biscuits, they're a little bit spicy, but I love those things. But they only sell them like once a year. So maybe they'll start selling them again pretty soon. We'll just make our own and be done with it.
Yeah, I've been making them. Minus the biscuits or air fried biscuits. Because you can make just about anything in the air fryer that you can make in the oven.
I don't know exactly what we're going to do after we get done with the shed because it's going to take a long time to finish that shed. Honestly, financially, because I still have to wire that shed because I want to put plug-in and stuff, out there and that thing too. And lights all in it.
A new freezer, the bigger freezer, and probably this one.
Yeah. And then we got to finish the inside of it. And then I got to build. I'm gonna build like a wall. I'm gonna put my solar stuff in a room by itself. I'm gonna wall it off and make like a room just for the solar stuff.
It gets warm in there, it don't get warm with it.
Well, it puts out a little bit of heat. The solar stuff does, and in the wintertime, it'll kind of keep it where it needs to be from the batteries freezing.
About like to make ribs. Yes, Ashton, I like them.
Man,
sometimes,
they're messy.
But sometimes they just throw it together and you unwrap it and it's like, ugh. Because they just have everything spewing out.
I remember back when I was a kid, the McRib, when they first come out, they quit selling them because they found out they was made with worms and stuff. That was a big thing back in the day. But now, I mean, honestly, now it don't really matter because you can go to Burger King and get that Impossible Whopper or whatever it is. Ain't even made with meat. When they cook it, it almost looks like a sponge if you look at it. If you get a Whopper, one of those Whoppers, it's not made of meat. It's made, I don't know what it's made of, those soy soy stuff or something. I don't know what it is, but they're probably algae out of the ocean or something. But anyway, you can take that stuff and you cut that piece of meat in half or what it's supposed to be meat. It looks like a sponge. It don't even look like meat. It actually looks like a sponge on the inside. Kind of nasty.
You gotta use that chicken plucker. Yeah, we do gotta use it, but we don't have no freezer space. And then a lot of times, you know, when we get home, we don't have time to pluck them and can them. So we can't really can them unless it's a weekend, and then we're trying to do videos and so it kind of.
There again, everything's gonna kind of go a little bit easier when we get the shed done because we'll be able to get a bigger freezer right there. We're gonna have this little one, but I'm gonna get a bigger one, and then we'll start putting the chickens in there because I've got like 10 or 12 of them that need to go in there now.
12.
Yeah, that need to go in there now. And then the brand new chicken, we've never even used that chicken plucker. It's still this brand new.
Right there.
I plugged it up a couple times to make sure it works. Other than that,
that's another reason we want to get the meat birds, because it don't take long for them to get big enough to do something with. But then again, we gotta have the freezer space. Or
well, if you go to Walmart or Ingles and get the rotisserie chickens now,
they're expensive and they're little.
Yeah, that's like maybe a 5-week,
well,
5-week-old bird.
I'm not gonna say expensive, but they're
expensive.
They're twice as much as what they used to be, and they're half the size.
Yeah, but that's about the size of a 5-week-old meat bird would be.
Yeah,
but you let them get like 8 weeks old, and they're huge.
But we got our rotisserie in there too, and it'll hold 2 chickens at one time. You can cook 2, and
we wanted to do the outdoor kitchen this year, but it can probably wait till next year. We got to get that shed done. That's the most important thing right
now. And we got to get the nest finished where the chickens can't get in them.
Oh, that'd be an hour job. Yeah, I just got to cut board and nail them down. That's all I do that.
We need to do the compost this year too.
Yeah, we want to do a compost bin up there by the raised beds. I think I found a good spot up there to do it. We definitely need to do one. Because that with the raised beds that we built up there that has the potatoes in it now, the potato bed, we put 12, 13 bags so far in that thing.
Yeah, and I filled it half full with twigs and leaves and everything else.
And that stuff's $10 a bag. Well, $9 and something a bag. Say $10 a bag.
Almost 10, yeah.
So we've got almost like $150 just filling it with dirt. Just that one bed.
And that's only filling half of it.
Yeah, and that's just that one bed. Well, of course, I did build them 3 boards high because potatoes, like they root down and the potatoes come off the roots, of course. So that's the reason I've done those so deep. The other ones I build are going to be 2 boards high.
Yeah, for like the carrots and the tomatoes and the.
But that's going to be a perfect little grow area up there. We're going to put raised beds all up there on that side of that bank up there.
So I got carrots, cabbage, broccoli, tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, lettuce, spinach. What else I got started?
We got peppers, but they're not doing too good. I'll probably have to buy my pepper plants again.
Cantaloupe, watermelon, pumpkin. I've got a lot of things started. But
we was going to put the plastic on the greenhouse like 3 weeks ago, but then that company emailed me and wants to send me some panels to go on it. So I figured we'd wait. But like I said, they're only 2 foot by 4 foot panels. I don't know how that's going to, because you have to seam them together in the middle because it's a 12-foot wall. So I don't know. Maybe like that clear tape or something on it. I don't know. Like where they seam together, or you put some kind of board there. It'd be kind of weird, but
I need to walk up and check on my aloe plant too. The last storm that come through here,
that's 28 people died.
About killed my aloe plant.
Yeah, 28 people died.
I had it out on the banister, or whatever you call that thing. I guess banister.
Banister, yeah.
I had it out there so that it would get sunlight, and forgot to bring it in.
It got something. It got blood flowing inside the house.
And it
up like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I knew it was bad because it was really, really, really raining really hard, and wind was blowing real bad. I knew that was going to be bad. And I want to say it was Alabama, Arkansas, somewhere over in there that 28 people got killed in Kentucky. I think it was Kentucky. 28 people died in Kentucky over the same storm that night.
Yeah, we do have a lot of projects going. How do you say where did 28 people
I want to say it was in Kentucky, Betty. I'm pretty sure that's where it was at.
Can't remember where they said, but yeah, a lot of people died.
Yeah, that same storm was going to come through. I don't know if it come out of there or heading that way, but it was bad. It was bad.
Louisiana or no,
No, it's where
Missouri or somewhere.
No, it's Kentucky because that's where they were at.
Oh, was it?
And he said it come through there. He said 20 minutes from where he was at, 8 people died. 20 minutes from where he was at. So
there's a lot of people in Missouri or Louisiana or somewhere that got real bad storm too. You gotta fix
terrain catch. Yeah, but believe it or not, like I was saying, evidently come a really bad storm here today before we got here, because the totes was like halfway full. The two that we moved, and we got back this evening, and they're running out the top. So it come a pretty bad storm.
They're overflowing.
So a lot of rain fell filling totes like that.
And of course, the ones up at the chicken barn, they're always full.
Mm-hmm.
We need to hook them other two back up.
I'll probably do. What I'm thinking about doing is on the new shed that we're building, is in behind the shed, is putting probably 5 or 6 back there behind that. But it's so close to the bank. I'm gonna put it as far as I could back there. It's so close to the bank, I'll have to do something real solid for the toast to set on, or they'll be off the other side of the bank.
Like the baby's tent.
Yeah, that same storm. I don't know. On that video, we put the baby's camp out on the front porch on that video. Just throwed it on there. I think so. Yeah. But anyway, that tent that they slept in at night is way down yonder on the side of the mountain. It's still down there, stuck in that tree.
Yeah, he told Papa to go get it, and Papa was like, "There's snakes down there." He said, "Get your weed whacker out, Papa."
Yeah, want me to weed whacker all the way down there in that tent? Hell, that I'm buying another tent.
Get your weed whacker out.
Yeah, he said, "Weed whacker, Papa, all weed whacker." But yeah, I'm thinking about doing rain catch on that building also, Ashton.
Well, we pretty much do rain catchment off of everything anyhow.
Yeah. Well, we do, but I wasn't going to do the building. But if I can do it and get the totes behind it and safely behind it and then not go nowhere, then I'll do it. Because that'd be a perfect opportunity to move the pump and everything. So we have the pump in here where the old hot water heater was at inside the closet. I don't know if you know anything about a mobile home, but inside like the master bedroom closet, there's like a little room outside the closet, and that's where the water heater is in the mobile home. Well, that's where our pressure tank and pump is for this one, and filters and all that stuff. So I may, if I can get those totes out there behind the building there, I may build like a little room off to it and put the pump and tanks and everything out there, and just pump, like the water line, move the water line underground, of course, if I can, from there to inside the house.
Yeah, it'd be a good outside out of mind.
Yeah. But like the barn up there, we got those 5 or 6 totes back there, and they stay full. They stay completely running out the top full all the time.
But all we really use that for is the chickens and the.
Well, I mean, we've pumped it down here.
Well, we pumped it down here a couple times, but we mostly use that for the animals.
Yeah.
And then the greenhouse, because we pump it over to the greenhouse too.
I went and got one of those. It's a red from Harbor Freight. It's the red tools. I can't remember the name of it now, but anyway, it's one of the pumps. I can either use one of my batteries that I have, or you can plug it into electric. And I really like that little pump. It was $100, but that thing pumps good. To be Harbor Freight. We got companies sending us tons of stuff now. I mean, it's just never ending thing now. But I mean, in all honesty, I don't care. They can send it if they want. Because if you're into this stuff for the money, you're wasting your time. Because let me check one more time. The only way to make any money for the first few years at YouTube is to accept collaboration and stuff with companies where they send you stuff. 99.999% of the time, you don't get any money, but you get the product, and you make a video on it, and then you could sell it or whatever you want to do with it. So,
well, we keep it because we're better off keeping it and having it stored.
a lot of the stuff, I mean, like one of the power stations, probably the 300-watt one or something like that. We've got 4 or 5 power stations now with battery, solar power banks or whatever. When we hit like 2,000 subscribers, I'm gonna figure out a way to do a giveaway on one of those things. They're still brand new in the box, so we'll do a giveaway on one of those when we hit 2,000 subscribers.
We've been saying that for a while, but
yeah, but we ain't never hit 2,000 subscribers. Of course, I mean it is what it is. I don't care. Like I said, if you're into this for the money, you're just wasting your time. So the only real way to make money at this stuff is the links when you advertise and they go buy stuff off of. Even at that, I hate to say it like that because Amazon, like the what do you call this thing in here? The vacuum chamber, the what's that thing called? The Vevor chamber vacuum that we have in here. We've actually sold like 2 or 3 of them just from the video that we done on that thing, and they're like $300, something like that for the one of them things. And I think you make like $4 every time you sell one or something like that. So I mean, there's no money. Usually $3 or $4 that you make off selling one of them, and then all the other stuff like 3, 4 cents, 5 cents, stuff like that. So you have to have a lot of people buying stuff off Amazon to make any money, but it's kind of honestly, it's just a waste of time, really. Unless you've got like some channels, they've got 1 million subscribers, and you get half of those people to go out and buy some kind of something off Amazon. Then you make some money at it,
We're never gonna have that many subscribers.
Next week.
Keep dreaming.
Bauer, yes, that is it, Ashton. Yeah. But anyway, the only way to really make any money at this is to take the stuff that they want to send you. And I mean, all honesty, we've never sold any of it. I mean, we're gonna have to do something with it because it's starting to pile up. So
we're gonna put it down in that shed.
The shed's gonna be full already.
The arc.
Yeah.
It's gonna be our backup.
Well, some of it's pretty cool, like that sprayer that we got. We're getting the more stuff they send, it gets better stuff. So they're starting to send pretty good stuff now. And there's like 7 or 8 things we still ain't even done the videos on yet. No shit, it's more than that. It's way more than that. We probably got 15 things that we ain't done videos on. But she gets stuff like the electric can openers that you sit on top of a can and you don't even touch it, and it'll buzz over and throw it off on the floor for you. But one thing that I did get, they sent me, and I really, 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 really like it. Let me show this.
He'll be back. Might have to hunt it down. Ashton, tell them about the millions. Encourage them.
What's that?
What are you looking for?
My
Oh, yeah.
My kitchen knife.
Have you even done a video on that yet?
Nope. I ain't cooked nothing with it yet. I've been starved to death.
You ain't been starved to death. Look at this gut.
This right here is a chef's knife. It's actually like a Japanese metal, so they say. And this is probably the coolest thing I believe they've sent. Check out the detail on that knife. Looks like a feather. What if I drop that on my toe on it? That thing is razor sharp. That chopped my toe off.
You got chopped my toe off. You had to.
But that's probably one of the coolest knives I believe I've ever had. That's a chef's knife. I'm gonna use that to cook my egg drop soup.
You had the
I'll start with
tape measure back there.
I'll chop the eggs up.
You had the tape measure back there on the battery thing, and I walked past it and knocked it off and about butchered my toe.
That hurt?
Yes. Well, you heard me scream, didn't you?
I didn't hear you. Go do it again.
No, you go do it. Ashton says millions.
Millions.
No, really, you do need to do that egg drop soup. You've been saying that for a while.
Yeah, I do. I got this. I've got some. We got 3 or 4 of these things right here sent to us too. I'll go ahead and do. That way we won't have to do a video on it. I'll just show it on here.
Gotta do my ice cream maker thing you bought me. this summer.
Mhm.
He got me an ice cream maker to make homemade ice cream to do with babies this summer. Oh, it's
All right. If anybody out there can kind of solve a riddle for me, I know what this is and I know what I can do with it. But what is this originally intended for? I think it's intended for like charging camcorders and stuff like that. It's a battery. See, first power. It's a V-mount battery. But like I said, I think it's originally intended for charging camcorders and stuff like that. But you can use it for like a power bank, you know, like to charge up your cell phone and stuff like that, which is what I will do with it. But so here on the back, it's got like the thing when you clip it onto something. But I think it's intended for some type of camcorder or something like that. But as I said, you can use it. It's right here on the top. You got your plugins right here to where you can use it for like charging your cell phone and stuff like that. And it's actually a pretty good sized battery bank.
Could you charge your GoPro with it? Yeah.
You can charge anything off of anything USB wise, you know. So I mean, I got that. And like I said, I'll definitely be using it for like charging my phones and stuff like that. A lot of this stuff right here, and just to be completely honest, you know, it'd be on the shelf. Like if world turns to crap and we ever need it, then we'll have it, you know, like, just for emergencies type thing. Just like this other battery charger I have over here. I've done a video on it, but I'll probably redo the video because I didn't like the way it turned out.
But that's what we do with the hand crank radio I got. I think we've only used it like what, one time?
Yeah.
When that storm comes. We didn't lose power. We just used it to know what was going on. That was when the road got knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as battery backup, like having something to keep just for emergencies, charge your cell phone and stuff like that. This right here is the thing to have right here. I'm telling you. I'm not just saying it because it's sent to us, but this is probably the coolest thing I've ever got. It's a.
You just said that about the knife.
No, I'm talking about battery stuff.
Oh.
The knife is cool. I like the knife. I'm gonna cook something with that knife.
You just said that's the coolest thing you got. Now you're saying
As far as the knife. This right here is the coolest battery bank I've got.
No, I do like that.
This right here is a. It's like one of the ones you buy. It's got a solar panel in front of it. You can charge it with solar, and this thing is like heavy. This thing probably 3 or 4 pounds. I mean, it's got a little weight to it. What I like about it is you can charge your phones, everything like that with it. But say like it's got all the cords already built into it for iPhones, Androids, and all that stuff. I can just pull it out and plug it in your phone. But the battery capacity of this thing is major. It's got a lot of capacity to it. But say if like the battery goes dead inside this, you pull this out and you can crank this thing and charge it. It says charging as you turn it. I like that. That'd be.
Got 2 bars lit up. Do that again. It's only 2 bars charged right now. See?
3.
Oh, 3 now.
Yeah, 3 bars. But you said.
Me, Ashton said. Ashton said, "Free is me."
Yeah. These things right here, I really like this thing right here. It's really cool. As far as the battery backup, you know, like for charging phones and stuff like that, this is probably my favorite one. Just because it's got everything built into it, and it's even got the hand crank, solar power hand crank, and you can charge it off a plug-in in your house. You can charge it just like 4 or 5 different ways. You can charge this thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like that.
Solar's the best way.
I can't. Okay, I got the light on.
You got. Oh, did you show them the light?
Yeah, okay, it's got lights too.
And all the blinking lights and all that. Soggy says interesting.
Yeah, it's actually pretty neat. I really like it. I mean, they're sending all kinds of crap. Some of it is actually pretty cool, and then some of it's just crap. The stuff that I think is.
Arkansas said I need a microphone.
Yeah.
We have one that we ain't never used.
They can't hear you because you're so far away from the computer.
I need to sit up then.
That's what he's trying to tell you. You can't hear what you're saying.
Right. We have a microphone we ain't never hooked up to. The ones you wear.
I got one sent in the mail to him. It's in the truck.
I was gonna say you got one, but we ain't done nothing with it.
No,
yet.
it's just coming today.
I did.
Mm-hmm. But stuff like this, I get all the time.
hard to hear. Can you hear me now? What are you looking for now?
I'm looking.
What are you looking?
And if I decide to go become a chronic alcoholic, they sent me a liquor flask.
Actually, I think they sent you 2.
There is 2 of them. They must think I'm a real drunk because they sent me 2 of them.
I guess they figured you and Ashton or you and Jordan.
Yeah. Pretty cool though, I mean.
Ow. Can you hear me now?
Good flea market material. Coming soon to exit 81.
No. Give it to somebody for Christmas.
Got these things, tire inflators, little air compressors. We got 3 different kinds of these. These are like little air compressors.
Oh, I stuck one in my car and I haven't even done a video on it yet.
Yeah, no, we got 3 different ones. Little air, they actually work good because I've used this one and the one in your car. I have another one. I have 3 of them. So
technically, you have 2 because I stole one that went in my car.
But it's pretty good. That like emergency stuff. Put it in your car and it's all this little air
They say
compressor.
it's still hard to hear me.
Hard to hear you. Yeah. May just be the way you're sitting in front of the computer. Try this.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm done.
What you looking for now?
That's it. Oh, we got solar bugs out.
Oh yeah. Show 'em that.
Well, I would, but it's on the floor. I got the box.
Oh, we didn't set that out there, didn't we?
Yeah. I got a bug zapper, but it's solar powered. It's already on the porch though.
I don't think we did a video on it yet. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, I'm done. Wait, I do gotta talk about this stuff. But we did have a company reach out and want to partner with us. Not quite sure what that means, but as far as like I guess like home protection, I guess I don't know how you would word that, but like carbon monoxide detectors and stuff like
Did
that.
you do a video on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Got a company sending us carbon monoxide detectors.
Betty says Chris every day like Christmas.
Yeah, it is really.
Hey, I do like that then.
It's a carbon monoxide detector. It's all digital. I actually did a video on it. It'll be coming up pretty soon, but it's pretty cool.
We do advise them.
Yeah. Recommend
In
it.
every room.
Advise them.
Yeah.
You advise them?
Yep.
Yeah, I would too.
Be quiet. Don't make fun of the way I talk.
Oh, I would never.
Huh.
But anyway, this company wants to partner with us to basically advertise these things for them. So we made a video on that. Those are they actually work really good.
They do.
And they're I want to test one on, take it out there and hold it behind the exhaust pipe of my car or my truck or something, see if it if it really works. But it tests the temperature inside the house. Let's see the humidity. It tests like 5 different types of gas and stuff like that comes in your home. There's a big list of stuff on it that it does. It's pretty cool. And the best thing about this is it's got a battery in it. You can leave it plugged up to the charger, but you can take it out and set it down anywhere you want it. Like if you want to go camping in your camper or something like that, you can take it, throw it in your camper, and it'll let you know. Pretty cool though. Stuff like that I find pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But anything solar related, I find I'll take. They send me all that they want.
Need to have like a solar tent or a solar boat or a solar.
They keep sending me solar stuff. I'll build one.
All right. There you go.
But get enough of this stuff, I'm gonna have to go to the flea market.
No, you ain't.
Where are you gonna put it?
You can build another building.
Yeah, I reckon. Barely can build this one. Ashton gets wounded every time he comes up there to help me with it. I fell off the ladder like twice. I actually fell off of it one time, hurt his foot.
Yes, he did.
I fell down the ladder.
After you screamed across the room.
Yeah. Put that ridge cap on. Yeah. That's pretty rough. I'll tell you, I don't know how it looks in the video. Well, I do know how it looks in the video, but I mean, as far as everybody else sees it, that roof is way steeper than it looks in the video. Way steeper. And slick as molasses. I can't stand up on it. We tried putting the felt paper down on top of the back side. We done the front side all felt paper because we could get on the other side and reach over. But on the back side, we put one row up, then we started the second row and was up there on top of it. But it kept, if you touched it with your feet, it would tire and you come off that building. So we kind of X'd that felt paper off on that side. We just left the one row on the bottom, kind of like a snow and ice type thing. So there's probably a 4-foot section that don't have anything but the metal sitting on top of it, which I don't care. It's fine. That metal just tends to sweat a little. I don't know how to act with the board under it, but I know if you just put the metal directly on the strips, you know, like the batch or whatever, you screw the metal directly down to the 2x4s instead of having a solid wood, that the metal sweats. Because you can walk in there, like if it's real hot outside or something like that, you can go walk in there and there'll be like condensation on the metal and it'll drip down on the floor. So I don't know how to act with the board again. I hope it don't rot that board. I don't think it will, but if it does, I'll replace it. I don't care. The roof's on it now, so it don't matter either way. We got the whole roof on it now. We got the fascia up all the way around.
We got to do the eaves.
Yeah, the bird box. I got to build the bird boxes out on it. I'll probably do that tomorrow if it's not pouring rain. And I still got to go buy some of the vents to put in because I can't make a solid like soffit under it. I'm gonna use wood, but I'll have to drill it out. I'm gonna use them round vents. I don't know what they're called, but you drill holes in your soffit, like 3-inch holes, and there's like a round thing you push up in there, and it's a vent, like a screened over vent. And then you can get them plastic or metal. I'll probably get the metal one. I put 3 or 4 down each side or whatever. Nothing. That way, the attic can vent or whatever. Full of dumplings. Then go ahead, rub it in. Probably I won't install it until I get the inside of the building. That one wall. The way that I want to do it is because these inverters are not supposed to be mounted on a combustible surface. You can, like this one here is mounted on plywood. So, I mean, you can, and it's been that way for years now. So, but they do get hot. They don't get like catch on fire hot and nothing like that. They won't burn you when you touch it, but it does get pretty warm because they got big. I don't know if you can hear that. Just a minute ago, that fan kicking on that thing. You can hear that thing. It sounds like a jet taking off. So, I mean, it cools down really fast, so I'm not worried about it. But out there in the shed, I'm going to try to do everything as nice as I possibly can, you know, like, because we're going to like do some videos out in the shed, you know, like unboxing some of this crap and stuff like that. We'll probably set up a little space in the shed to do that kind of video. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insulate it. I got to wire the building. Then I'm going to insulate it. Then I'm going to put plywood, 3/4-inch plywood on that back wall to have a real thick mounting surface. And then over top of that, the plywood, I'm going to put what do you call that stuff? It's like for putting tile down, tile board. I'm going to put that concrete board. I'm going to put that on that wall before I mount the inverters. That way it's not on a combustible surface. That's the way it's supposed to be mounted. It's supposed to be mounted on concrete, tile boards, or, you know, concrete board or whatever. But like I said, I mounted this in here. When I installed this, I put a sheet of 3/4-inch plywood on the wall so I'd have a good solid surface to mount it to. Now that inverter in there is heavy. I think like 200 some pounds.
Betty said you got to fill that shed with food. We've already got enough to put in there. That's why we can't get no more right now, because we need to move some of it out.
Yeah. We got probably number 10 cans of stuff. We probably got 200 number 10 cans, maybe, give or take, something like that.
Then we got what?
Then we've got 5-gallon buckets of sugar, salt, wheat, oats.
Yeah. We probably got about the same in them.
Yeah. Then we got a lot of the buckets that we make, like the 2.5-gallon buckets. We do a lot of those too. But we put like nothing.
Rice.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, we got plenty of rice. We got tons of rice and pinto beans too, by the way.
Rice, mashed potatoes, pancake mix.
I have like more than 20-pound bags of pintos. I got like 7 or 8 20-pound bags of pinto beans that I still need to put in Mylar and put up. So I mean, I've got pinto beans enough.
We got 7 or 8 bags of rice too.
Yeah, and we got oh yeah, we definitely got rice. We got 5-gallon buckets of rice.
But I'm saying we have like 7 or 8 bags that we got to put up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we still got more wheat we got to put up. And then we got them big bags of noodles.
Yeah. Anything dry stores like that, I'm building shelves out there just for 5-gallon buckets. Like say, just tall enough for a 5-gallon bucket to go in, and then another shelf that will get more space. And then the top of it is also going to be floored and attic space. You know, I'm going to floor that and use that for storage too. But that ain't going to be food up there. It's going to be like junk, all that stuff we're getting in the mail.
No wonder she can't find bags of pintos. We've got a lot of the cans of pintos, but we've got a lot of bags, like dry pintos.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care who you are. If the world was a snap off tomorrow, you'd be glad you had a pinto bean. I'm telling you. A lot of people say they don't like them, but like her, she don't like them. World turns to shit tomorrow, she's going to be eating pinto beans. I guarantee you.
I don't like them, but I eat them. Just not all the time. Not as much as you.
I like them just about.
I was eating potatoes in the garden when you were eating the pinto beans.
Mm-hmm. That's fine with me. Mm-hmm. Then we got the wheat. So we make bread. So
yeah. A lot of wheat put up. We also have a lot of corn. Like,
didn't she say something about over in Fletcher that somebody had 50-pound bags of wheat
for like $15?
Yeah. Didn't you mention that, Betty?
I made pinto beans this week with a ham bun. Chris actually had pinto beans tonight.
Yep.
He said, "Yep."
So we're gonna go over one day. Next time we're over in that direction, I'm gonna go over and see if they have any, and I'll put up probably 5 or 6 more 5-gallon buckets of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, in all honesty, we have enough now, just to be honest with you, but you can't never really have too much.
I think we have 2 more bags of
Fletcher hardware. Yeah.
2 more 25-pound bags of salt we got to put up.
Yep.
And another 50-pound bag of sugar we got to put up.
Yep.
So,
what those little discs that we use in salt and sugar, discs or whatever you want to call that word. I can't think of the name right now, but anyway, you put that in salt and sugar. Everybody says you don't have to use those. Well, I mean, they can bust up clumps if they want, but I'll tell you right now, when we use those in those buckets, you can shake it and it's still just like it was when you put it in there. It's not clumped up. It's not hard. It's still just.
We've got some that are 11 and 12 years that we've had them in the buckets, and
still the same way.
Yep.
So, I mean, I've had a lot of comments like people say, "Oh, you don't have to use that. I just use mine. Put mine in 2-liter Coke bottles." That's fine. I mean, you can store it any way you want to, and you can use it. Even salt or sugar, either one. If it gets hard as rock, you still use it. Scrape it off. You know what I mean? You can still use it. It's still good.
We have a lot of them milk jugs with the popcorn in it too to do our cornbread.
Yeah. And so normally when we go to Rural King, we sometimes, not every time, but every other time we'll grab like the 1-gallon jug, like milk jug, and it's got popcorn seeds in it. We'll get that and put it in the pantry.
Sometimes we get 2 or 3.
Yeah, because that's with that wonder mill that she's got. You grind that stuff up, and that's some of the best cornbread. You know, it's really good.
We also got the hand grinder, but we've got the one you plug in too.
Yeah. And we got the whole corn stuff that we stored.
Mm-hmm. So all that's going in the building.
Yeah, anything dry storage. You know, like I ain't gonna put like canned food out there. You know, like can of beans or can of chili or something. I ain't putting nothing like that out there. I'll wait till we get the pantry here built. You know, the bigger pantry built, and then we'll just put everything. That way, it can be more regulated inside the house. Because out there, I mean, I'll just have to wait and see, but I may get like a small, what do you call that thing? Heat pump, the inside unit and outside unit, whatever you call that thing. Mini split.
Mini split.
I may get a small one just for that little shed, you know, to keep it, because I'm gonna insulate the crap out of that shed, and then I'm eventually going to get the floor of it insulated too. That's where Ashton's gonna come in and help.
Bro King got honey bears, giant size cheap.
Oh yeah. Honey jar, yeah. Honey's good to have. Honey's good to store.
Chris was making beehives there for a while.
Yeah, just I really don't know if I want to try to like invest in bees, but I wanted to. I even built my own beehives and everything. I still have them. I got my starter boxes and I got the hives, the whole hives. I built all that myself. But it costs like $150 just to get a starter hive, and there's no guarantee it's going to stay inside that box. You know, I mean, you might buy it and have to fly out tomorrow and take off and go somewhere.
Okay. Just had to look at them next time.
Oh yeah.
We'll be in town tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll probably be down there tomorrow. Yeah.
Because that's where we get
tomorrow evening. I get the stove off truck first. It'll fly off.
Because that's where we get our chicken feed.
Yeah, we got to go get chicken feed tomorrow.
And that's where we get it.
So with the bulk feeders that I make, once a month is what we feed. Like right now, they have enough to last probably 2 or 3 more days up there in the feeders. But we have like 50 hens up there in that one lot, like 50. We just bought those 30 red ones, and we had like the zombie chickens and the white leghorns, probably 20 of those total. So I know we got at least 50 up there in the barn, and probably once a month we have to refill the feeders.
Mm-hmm. And then our guinea's running loose. We only have one left.
And went from 8 to 1.
He's a loner, but he lives.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think the owls is what got them. We were thinking maybe the stray dogs and cats and stuff around here were getting them, but we seen an owl, and I wonder if you got that on your video, on your truck video thing.
If I did, it's over now. It records 5 minutes at a time and then stop and start all over again, so it's went over again.
Oh.
There was that Jeepers Creepers movie. Yeah, that's what that owl looked like.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big one. It was a big owl.
Yeah, it was big.
It was huge. It landed right in that big old pine tree right down there. The one Jordan got that drone stuck in. Which
Ashton found.
Yeah. Got that brand new drone. We done a video on it. And right after we done a video on it, Jordan flew it straight over in that pine tree, and it was up there for like 2 weeks, and it finally fell out.
And Ashton got it and gave it to us. Try catching a wild hive for Betty's. That's flew off.
Yeah.
You know, another thing we got to put up is that, or have Ashton and Jordan put up, is that tree stand out here.
Yeah. Probably that on top of or somewhere.
Over the ridge.
I don't want to do it down here because I don't want to be like shooting anything down there below the house.
No, but up on the ridge.
Yeah.
Up on the other side of where we were going to build the greenhouse.
I finally, for the first time in like 2 or 3 years, I finally walked to the property line on the backside of the mountain. I ain't doing that again for another 2 or 3 years.
Well, me, you, and Baby walked it.
Yeah. No, we didn't. Y'all stayed on top of the hill, and I went down there by myself.
He went down with you.
No, we did not.
I didn't.
He did not.
Well, he got out of my sight and went.
Because he panicked. He walked a little ways down the backside of the hill, and he laid down. He said, "Pickle me up, Papa. Pickle me up."
And he come back up to me.
Yeah, I had to pick him up and tote him back up the mountain, and I barely can't climb up that mountain myself.
That's why we got to fix side by side.
But anyway, the backside of the property back there, steep. Yeah, I mean, it dropped straight off.
That's why I didn't go down it. Because I wouldn't be able to get back up it.
There's probably an acre, no, it's probably 2 acres of just honestly unusable land that we have back there on the back. And the rest of it is pretty steep, but that back there is like unusable steep. You know, it's like straight the hell off. I mean, literally just like just drops off.
Betty says much cheaper to buy honey, less painful too.
Yeah. My dad used to keep beehives. He kept probably 3 or 4 of them. He had that whole suit and all that crap. That's the reason I won't do it, because he done it.
Spearmint oil on sugar cube will attract the scalp bee. Hey, scalp bee. Oh, I have
How about that?
I do have lavender, mint, dill, basil, oregano. What else I got going? I got pretty much all the spices going, the seasonings.
Might have to grow weed if YouTube don't start paying out.
No.
No, we just do YouTube for fun. It's definitely not for money.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of them going. And I think Angel has a bunch of them growing too.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully these raised beds like this work in it. So the greenhouse last year, I think the whole problem with the whole grow season last year is that stuff we put in them buckets. We tried to be like really cheap, because it was like really broke. And we bought the $2 a bag stuff from Royal King, which is basically just topsoil, all it was.
And it sucked.
Yeah, it didn't. But this year, we're still broke. But we got the $9 something bag of stuff.
Almost $10.
So we have to buy a bag here and there, here and there.
We got all the organic stuff.
Yeah. It's 4 raised beds. It's got the perlite and all that crap in it. So, but that's what I'm saying. It costs, the way I built that bed apart, we've only built 2 so far. They're just kind of experimental. And I built them out of wooden fence pickets. I didn't use the cedar. I just used the regular ones. And everybody says not to use treated wood.
Thank you, Betty. She said excellent herbs.
Yeah.
If they grow.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody says not to use treated wood.
But you know, we have.
I'd rather use treated wood and take my chances to build it and then be rotten next year.
We have that walk-in greenhouse thing up here that we bought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can set that up.
We can set that up and put all the herbs in it and not have to put them in the ground. Just go and water them, or do one of the self-feeder things, water, so we'll put one where at work. And then we got that other one that's real small.
Yeah. There's a company sent us some a drip irrigation fittings and lines and stuff like that. It's not the whole system. It's all it is, the rubber hoses for the system. And I think they email me like once every other day. When's video? When's video? When's video? Well, I don't have the rest stuff to hook it up with, and I don't have really nowhere to run it. Because the greenhouse has already got one in it. I'm not taking that out because that thing works so good. And what I might do is get another one like that and use their lines and stuff, and just for the raised beds up there.
Or for like the herbs inside the little greenhouse thing. But you got to do a platform to put it on.
Yeah.
And just maybe put the herbs and aloe plants, and because aloe plants don't need as much water and stuff as.
No.
Maybe they'll quit getting knocked over with the storms. But I think that storm would have blew them little greenhouses off.
Oh no, dude!
But we need to tack them down somehow.
That thing would have landed that my bell bond off somewhere in Waynesville.
It'd be over there with the baby's tent.
Been over in Waynesville somewhere.
Yeah. But we need to tack the greenhouse when we get the small greenhouse.
As flimsy as those things are, they would just.
They would have tore it all apart.
They would have absolutely destroyed that thing.
Yeah.
But I do know my solar panel, knock on wood, is held down pretty good, because I'm telling you, that was a bad storm. Their wind was blowing, and my solar panel didn't take off. So I mean, that's a good thing.
Well, it woke both of us up, and Jordan said it woke the baby up.
You know, that's one of the hardest rains I've ever heard in 51 years. That's one of the hardest rains I've heard. I mean, that was hard rain. I've heard some bad storms. I've been through some bad storms, but that was hard rain. Well, it washed a ditch through the middle of the road right here, right at the house here. A ditch like this deep.
Oh, I gotta get up. Stretch my legs.
But yeah, that's probably one of the hardest rains. Not the wind was blowing real hard too. I've heard wind harder than that. Don't get me wrong, but the rain, I don't think I've ever heard one that hard as far as rain. But like I said, I'm pretty sure it's Kentucky because the guy I work with, David, in the office over there, he said he was in Kentucky when it comes through, and he said there's like 8 people got killed just a few minutes from where he was at. And he was in Kentucky riding his bike. I need to get a battery for mine, then I'll be able to ride it again this year. Or I'm going to try to charge that one. That was a brand new battery. I didn't even ride it at all last year. And that was a brand new battery. Thank you.
Welcome. Show me your cup.
My cup.
I like them cups.
Coffee at 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, boy. I'll drink it on here. I can drink a 20 ounce Red Bull and go to bed. Don't bother me. Wait until storm's over. Yeah. It's storm season now, those bad things just now starting to come in. It's like hurricane season in Florida, Texas, Louisiana, and all that crap. They're going to get hammered this year. I mean, absolutely. There's going to be parts of Florida destroyed this year.
Well, I was going to do a thing of hot chocolate since I just had coffee, but I think I'm going to do this Pepsi and these chips, but I don't think I need that one down. So one of these.
No.
All of them.
Help yourself.
I'm done. It's snack time.
Arkansas, you still in here, buddy? Well, I think somebody asked about that inverter video. I will do I went all around that question they asked. I think it was Soggy that asked about it.
He did.
Inverter. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'll do like an open box of it, and I'll show what all comes with it, and I'll show what it looks like and how big it is and stuff like that. I think it weighs 120 pounds, something like that. It's good size. The one in there is heavy because it's got a transformer in it. It's got an actual transformer in it. That's why it's so heavy.
I forgot to ask. Can anyone hear me better?
We'll find out in a minute.
He said, yep, he's still in here. Can y'all hear me better?
You can hear it better? You have to get your microphone. Can't hear Amanda.
I don't know why.
You want to sound off a little bit.
Well, you're just loud.
They can hear me just fine. I'll take one.
You said you didn't want none.
I don't know. If I'm gonna sit here and watch myself, I'm gonna eat shit. So yeah, I guess it'll probably take, in all honesty, it'll probably take another 2 or 3 months to finish that shed.
But we'll have other videos out in between.
Because I think it's down to the expensive stuff now, really. But I will tell you this: if you go out to a lot and buy a shed, they're what, $12,000 to $15,000 just for the shed, for that size of shed. And I think that one there, now it's just got an OSB board on the outside. I will put siding on it. I plan on doing that. But once I get siding on it, I may have $4,000 in it total, if that. Because right now I think I have. We really live, Joe. Yeah, we really live, Joe.
Hey. Transformer design is awesome. It's an awesome inverter.
Low frequency inverters, yeah.
Most have the big surge capacity.
That one's got 24,000 watt surge capacity to it. It's big. But with this electric oven, and we got electric oven, electric water heater, mini split, 100% electric in here. We've never used even nowhere near half of the power of that thing.
And I'm bad for turning everything on, like having the air on, having the stove going, having the oven going, having the hot water heater on.
Everything at one time.
Like everything going. I have coffee pots going. I have TV. Yeah, I'm bad at running everything.
The only thing I don't like about those low frequency inverters, the GroWatt inverters, is the light flicker. That drives me crazy. I can't stand it. Most people can't notice it, but I notice it every time it does it. I'll notice it. Say like if you go in there and kick the oven on, as soon as you kick it on, the lights will flicker. Or the mini split, anything that draws, say if that over 1,000 watts or over, it'll cause the lights to flicker. It's just like a spontaneous thing. It's like a little flicker, and then it doesn't affect it. But our GroWatts do that. Even the small GroWatts do that. And I don't know why I watch the deal with the GroWatts, because I've got smaller GroWatts that I've got put up just for emergencies, and they do the same thing.
The coffee pot's really bad.
And the coffee pot uses more power than the mini split.
Yeah. How many watts do you have in solar panels?
Ten by 16, yeah. I need to build a new pump house. Yeah. 10 by 16, that's a good size pump house.
Going to put in 6 by 6 posts about 2 feet into the ground in concrete frame.
Yeah, the one we're building out here, Joe, is I didn't get to put the post in. So, the 4 corner posts, I did get those pretty deep. Those at least 2 feet, at least. But the rest of them are probably 6 to 8 inches, 10 inches. Some of them may be a foot. I doubt it. But because we live on a rock. So.
How many watts do we have in the solar panels?
How many watts do we have?
Yeah. Betty was asking.
10,000 watts. 9.
He has to add that up because I don't know.
9 or 10,000 watts. I think it's 10.
Is that the we always want?
And it's nowhere near enough. Well, yes, it is, and no, it ain't.
We're getting more.
I'm getting 24 more. As far as the ones we have, when I first put them up, they was in the right spot. But we have enough power in solar panels to pretty much do anything we want. But now in the wintertime, because of where I have them, the roof mounted, I can't adjust them or nothing like that for the winter and summer and all like that. They're solidly mount. They are enough, but they're not. You know what I mean? So like now in the summertime, they're more. It's way too much.
But in the wintertime,
but in the wintertime, not. It's kind of right at the point. So like in the summertime, when I add these new panels to the back side of the house over here, I'm gonna put 12 on this side, 12 on this side. So when I do that, I'll probably leave those just pretty much just shut off through the summertime. But as soon as the wintertime gets here, I'll kick them on. They'll take the place of these other ones. Because the sun here is on the side of this mountain is kind of weird in wintertime. It still hits the back side of the house all day long, but it don't hit none of these at all. So it's kind of weird because it just keeps laying down further and further. And next year in the summertime, the sun will be further over that way too. So it's kind of weird, I know.
Joe said I'm running 12 kilowatts and hope to double on a grant in 2026. Soggy says panel voltage. Curious how many in strings.
400 and Lord, you got me thinking now. I had to think about this long now. I want to say 460 volts coming off of those. The barn. They're a string of 12. So I got 12 panels series together to make one big panel. And I want to say it's 460 volts or 480, one of the two. One of the two. I'm pretty sure it's 460 though.
Joe says mine are 14 times 400 watts and about 525. I have 15, but when it boosts, they exceed 600 volts and shut down the inverter.
Yeah, all mine are, we have 36 solar panels, and they're 250 watt panels. I could have got bigger panels, could have got smaller panels. I got these because I only gave $30 a piece for them. So, and they work just like those new. I got them from SanTan Solar. I mean, I bought them used, and like I said, I got a good deal on them. That's the reason I bought them. And at the time, it was like, I don't even think they was making 400 or 500 watt panels when we got these. I mean, they might have did, I don't know, but it was unheard of. Now they got 600 watt panels, and they're big as a car. So, but I got the 250 watt panels, and whenever I first started buying them, I bought them 12 at a time, and there was $30 a piece. And I think the next time that's $40 a piece, and next time there's like 55 a piece. So I mean, even then you can't go wrong. And they put out just like they're supposed to. Then I got, as far as the batteries, I'd buy those 4 at a time. But man, them things are expensive in batteries. Well, that's $1,500 a piece when I first started buying them. And I bought 4 in a cabinet, and then they come down to like $1,300. Then I bought 4 in another cabinet, and then they come down to $1,200. I bought 4 more, so that filled out 2 cabinets. In January this year, I bought a whole cabinet, 6 more batteries. So I have a total of 18 server rack batteries. And like right now, the mini split, the electric oven has been running because we just cooked and ate right. It was dark, so I mean it was all off batteries. We cooked dinner, we ate, mini split, hot water heater's been on. You know,
all at one time, I had 3 burners on the stove,
coffee pot,
the coffee pot,
air
fryer. We had the hot water heater on when we got home, heating up to take showers. We had the mini split on, and our batteries are at what, 99?
The batteries are still sitting at 99%. I mean, really, 99%. 99.
Let me take a picture of it.
90-some kilowatts, Joe. Or each battery is 5,120 watt hours, 100 amp hours. I got 1,800 amp hours, and 5,120 times 18.
I don't know if they can see that.
Yeah, no, you can see it, 99. So 5,100. Add that up. 5,120 times 18. I think it's 90,000.
Now add what? Here. What's your total battery?
92,160. No, something about 48. Yeah, I think that's about half what we got, I suppose. But I mean, just like I say, we didn't buy that at one time, because we're like broke, and I'm a bail bondsman, and I don't know what she does, but
you know what I do. I'm a home health nurse.
Anyway, we have to buy them a few here. When I buy my solar stuff, it's a little here, a little there, so I can't just go out and buy a bunch of stuff. And I'm an affiliate of Signature Solar, which means I got a bunch of my stuff at discount price too. So that's how we kind of afforded what we have. And it's took 5 years to get it to where we have it now. At 5 years. But I have a brand new EG4 12K 12,000 XP inverter, the off-grid 12,000 watt inverter. I have a brand new one. that I have not mounted yet.
I also make homemade soap.
Yeah. Yeah, she makes something. But yeah, I want, as far as our system, I'm going to add 24 more solar panels to it. I'm going to stay with the 250 watt panels, just keep everything the same. I'm going to get 24 more of them and make a total of 60 solar panels. So, and all mine are roof mounted. I don't like them being on the ground. I mean, they're better on the ground. Yeah. I'll take that, but because you can like move them in the winter and stuff like that.
You want more of them?
No, but if you have enough of them, you have to worry about moving. I've had people say, well, don't spend your money on batteries, buy more solar panels, just charge what you have faster. Well, that's fine, but you can also look at the other way. Like right now, these batteries will probably be on in the morning when we get up early in the morning. They'll probably still be on 96 or 97% when we get up in the morning, and that's with the whole entire house running. So
they're usually on about 97.
I've never seen this battery bank that we have now below. It's either 91 or 92%. I want to say.
That's after we got the last battery.
That's what I'm saying. The bank we have now. Yeah. With this battery bank we have now, when we get up the next morning, that's cooking of a night because we don't get home till dark anyway. And that's cooking. You know, like everything's electric, water heaters, mini splits, everything. Next morning they're still at 92, and that's the worst I've ever seen with 92. But say like right now, where they're at right now, we'll get up in the morning, they'll probably be 96%.
Good.
Yeah.
I do have that one over 6,000. 24. Do you have variable cost power?
Variable cost? No, we don't have any grid whatsoever. Ours is 100% off grid. We're 100%
there's
off.
No power lines, no nothing up here on the mountain.
Yeah, there's nothing like that up here. This whole property is solar powered.
It's all solar powered, and I'm catching it. And then, of course, we have the home.
Well, there's the big high power lines are down there the road. I mean, probably 3 acres that way. There's high power lines down there, but they'll never come up in here. They never will. As long as I own this property, I'm in her on it. There'll never be power lines up in here.
I don't think that guy over there has power lines either. But the people over there do. But I forgot what I was saying. Oh, we have rain catchment, but he did all the home purifying systems. Is that what they're called? Yeah.
Oh, well, just filter system.
Yeah, and then we have the Berkey and things like that. We do have videos on the Berkey and on some of the purifying systems we've done.
But even if it was grid tied up here, I don't know. I'd probably still do a standalone system because I'm kind of stingy that way.
I think you should discharge once a month to 20%. Don't.
Oh, you're good, Joe.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm a solar nerd, so
other people will chime in here too.
Yeah.
Maybe I see soapless.
Soapless. Now we got like she makes and sells soap. I don't think I have pictures of it, but anyway, we have like 500 bars of soap. If anybody would like to buy some,
you probably have more than that. And I do have pictures of it.
But no, Joe, I can talk about solar all night long. You can ask Arkansas. He called me a nerd.
And I know nothing about it, so.
Well, and I'll also I already don't know shit about that.
I just watch him.
I can hook it up. I know the common concept of it.
I have them.
Yeah. You won't be able to say that on there though. It's a glare. That's a hemp soap. We made soap out of hemp seed oil.
That's the hemp and the orange zest.
Yeah. Then you got all kinds of different kinds of it.
Here's the aloe vera made out of the aloe plants.
Yeah. That's actually really real aloe too.
Lavender. This is watermelon made with a real whole watermelon.
Yeah, that's actually got one whole watermelon in it. Have a place to buy. Yeah, we have a
Etsy account.
Etsy store.
This is the milk and honey. Well, I don't know if you can see that one. That's one of my favorite. We do have hemp soap. Oh, Betty said she likes the hemp soap. Need to get more. Okay.
You like that pretty good, buddy? I don't remember calling you a nerd.
He probably thought it was you, but it was me.
Probably it was somebody. I'm pretty sure you called me a nerd.
I call him a nerd all the time.
That's all right. I mean, it is what it is. I own up to it.
Yeah, Betty's got a lot of our soaps. She's bought a lot of them, hasn't she?
Yeah, there's a
I don't know how to get to the Etsy store.
Yeah, we have an Etsy store.
Chris set it up for me.
I bet you Betty knows how to get to it.
Yeah, Betty, can you help us out? Tell them how to get to it, cause
she's bought off her before.
Yeah, because I don't know how, and he set it up.
We love them all. Did you buy them off Etsy? Did she buy them off?
She did.
Yeah, I believe you did.
She did. Mom did, and one other lady did.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Do you have the link to it, Betty, to give them? I don't really know how to get to it.
Yeah, I'm bouncing. I can't remember that. Let's see. How do you buy some? So, Etsy, how do I find you? Mr. Arkansas Prepper here is the internet man. He probably knows exactly how to do all that.
Here's Etsy.
She said give her a minute, she'll find it. I think Betty's going to find it for you, Joe.
Thank you, Betty, because I struggle with it.
Washington State. You plumb across the pond, ain't you, bud?
Smell like rain.
I drove to Washington State. I left from North Carolina, and I drove all the way to Washington. And this was, back in my 20s. I didn't stop. I didn't get a motel, nothing like that. I just drove, and I'd stop and get out and walk around, get something to eat, and I'd sleep a few minutes in the car, and I'd take off again. All the way to Washington State. Got out there, got the person I was looking for, and I'd drive all the way back to North Carolina. I had to hover. You know, like when you're driving, you had like one leg up in the air, like this, because my butt was numb.
Well, you, Brian, and Jordan's done that a few times. You went to Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan, yeah. Straight up, straight back.
Up there where they were putting them babies in the freezer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true story.
Nasty people.
We got a guy jumped bond on us and went to Detroit, Michigan. And we had to go retrieve him and bring him back and put him back in jail in Greene County, Tennessee. But we drove from Asheville because we met Brian in Asheville. Wasn't it Asheville or they made it somewhere?
No,
anyway,
the office in Asheville.
Yeah, in Asheville. We left from Asheville, North Carolina. Drove all the way to Detroit, Michigan.
You and Jordan and Brian.
Yeah. And then we got there. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. So we got a room and we was going to stay. But we got the room and we piddled around for a little while. And then we said, well, heck with it. Let's go see if we can find the boy. So everybody's all wired up because of the ride anyway. So we went out there and sure enough, we grabbed him and had to turn around. Didn't even get to stay in the room. Had to come all the way back with him. So.
And then you found out, because there was another bondsman out there helping you, right?
Yeah.
And found out that that's where they had put a bunch of babies and stuff in the freezer.
There was a big thing. There was a big article about that place we was in. It's off Martin Luther King or whatever it was. That Iron Detroit is probably one of the roughest subdivision or housing developments in the country. One of them. It's one of the top for sure. But anyway, there was a big article up there that was actually found. The police went in there and like raided a bunch of houses just looking for stuff. But anyway, they found like kids that had been
put in the freezer
and stuff.
And that takes a heartless person to do that.
Yeah, I think it was. I want to say there was 2, but it's like the same parents. You know what I mean? Well, I can't. That's been so long ago. I can't really remember the whole details about it. But Brian, sometimes he comes in here.
He might be able to help.
He might be able to help us out on that one. But
and Jordan's not here, so we can't ask him. Joe said he loved Asheville.
I,
Yes, Amanda's off-grid soap. I knew it was under Amanda's off-grid soap, but I didn't know how to get to it because there's so many different links you got to go through.
yeah.
'Cause I tried typing that in.
Asheville used to be pretty nice, Joe, but now it's nothing but crackheads. That's all it is. Honest. I mean, just be honest with you. That's all it is.
Because that's what our labels actually say is Amanda's off-grid soap.
The government side of Asheville has gone down the
Thank
tubes.
you. Let's see.
But as far as Washington State, back to the story about Washington State, I've always wanted to live there. You know, like the northern side, up there where it snows in the winter, in the summertime.
So even when I type
What part of Washington are you in, Joe?
even when I type in Amanda's off-grid soap, I can't find it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Betsy, do you have the link?
Now wait, we're not crackheads. You're not in Asheville, neither, but I'm talking about the people that I get to interact with. You know what I mean? As on my job.
Betty said, "Now wait, we're not
Crackheads.
But she's not in Asheville, is she?
No. Well, kind of, I guess.
Betty, even when I type in Amanda's off-grid soap, I can't find it on Etsy. I don't know how to do it though. He set it up. You need to find a link and share the link on here for me.
See if I can find it.
Okay. Cause yeah, I'm confused.
There's the Etsy app. I've got the Etsy app, but I don't think that helps you nothing.
They don't help me. Oh, there you go. Betty got it. Thank you, Betty.
There you go.
Cause yeah, I can't do computers very good.
Let's see.
I struggle with it.
Let's see if it's still order views last Sunday, yesterday home.
Joe says 60 miles northeast of Seattle.
Seattle's where I went to,
From
actually.
Dandridge, remember the OSO mudslide? We have a heavy North Carolina influence here. My wife's great grandmother was from Silva.
So my office is actually like in Waynesville. If you know where Silva is, you know where Waynesville is. That's where I was born and raised.
I used to live in Detroit. I've lived in Detroit. I've lived in Plainwell. I've lived in Branch. I've lived all over in Michigan. I grew up. I lived in when I was younger.
Us mountain people call that transplants.
I went to school in Michigan. I went to school in Florida. I went to school here in North Carolina.
That's what's wrong with you.
Shush.
But yeah, if you know where Silva is, you know where we're from. Well, where I'm from, but know where she's from.
Waynesville.
Yeah.
No, I was born in Elkhart, Indiana, and I grew up most of the time in Florida. Then I went to Michigan for a couple years. Then I come here.
It shows.
Be nice.
We're right smack dab in the middle of the boonies of East Tennessee right here.
It's quiet here.
Do you get them dogs over there barking?
That's what I was just going to say, unless you got the neighbor's dogs barking, and they got like 50 of them over there that don't shut up.
I don't mind dogs. I really don't. I like dogs. We have two.
I have a Chihuahua, and he is very noisy.
But them dogs over on the side of the hill.
Now my Chihuahua, he gets cranked up if someone comes to the door or comes in the yard. And my miniature, she don't make no noise at all most of the time, unless you just make her mad. We're transparent from Franklin.
And so you can't even call yourself an Ashevillean.
Angel was born in Silva, and Jordan was born in Franklin.
But yeah, that's actually where I went to. I wasn't going to say the town I went to in Washington, though. Seattle's where I went. Big place. I didn't get to see it though. I mean, honestly. I wanted to like go see everything, but
I'm fixing to take another trip to Florida, Betty. My nephew that's in the Marines, he's getting married June 20th.
we done the same thing. Me and John, whenever we went to Florida, we done the same exact thing. We went to drove straight to Florida. It took us like 10, 11 hours to get there. And then we said, well, as soon as we get there, we'll just ride through and look at the neighborhood and say where we got to go, see where some boys at. So, all right. So we stopped and got us some breakfast. Then we got back in the car and went straight over there and rode down the road where some boy lived on. Iron stood in the yard, so we had to grab him and head back. We was gonna stay for like the next day. We was gonna get a room, stay at night, at least one night at the beach.
But you and Brian did that a couple times too.
Yeah, that was the plan though. Me and Brian go somewhere. We want to go there. We want to go and get back. You know what I mean? That's we don't mess around all day. We gotta do what we gotta do and just get our butt back.
Oh, I was saying I'm fixing to make another trip to Florida, down to my mom and my sisters. I have a nephew getting married, the one that's in the Marines. He's getting married June 20th. Went from 16 to 12.
I thought about getting married myself.
He claims he's not.
I never said that.
You claim you don't know who I am. So what does that tell you?
Well, I go selling feet pictures. I don't even know who you are then.
Then I claim not to know you.
I act like I don't even know who you are. I go sell my feet pics.
Oh, trouble now. No, if he goes to selling feet pics, I'm gonna disown him.
Hey, you two better start doing something. All I know.
Spare me. You'll scare everybody away then.
I'm gonna start me an OnlyFans page.
Yeah, you're gonna scare
I'm gonna do something different.
everybody away.
I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna model my feet beside a solar panel. That would be different. I guarantee there ain't nobody on there doing that.
I bet you'll never have anyone watch any more of our videos.
They never know. Never know. I ain't got my name tattooed on my foot.
It'd be on our page.
Oh, no, it'd be on OnlyFans. You got an OnlyFans page?
Oh, no. I thought you meant on our YouTube page. Okay.
I was about to say.
You do it on.
I really don't know yet.
You do it on Nolan's page. I don't care what you do it on. As long as you don't do it on this channel.
You gotta eat.
Go for it.
As long as groceries come in, just don't question where they come from. That's all I think.
Whatever floats your boat.
But yeah, honestly, anything solar related, I enjoy doing it. That's something I kind of enjoy doing since like figuring it out. Nobody never showed me how to do any of that stuff. I just kind of figured it out. I got lit up a few times.
Up there at the barn where you said, it's not hot.
That may be why I'm about dumb as a rock. 460, 480 volts lit me up there.
I said, it's shocking me. And he said, no, it's not. And I said, yes, it is. So then he touches it and he's like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't touch it. It blowed me off of it.
Yeah, he got zapped.
It hit hard too. That hurt.
But you told me it wasn't shocking me and I was just barely touching it.
You're just being a puss.
I was just barely touching it.
I took it like a trooper.
That's what you get for telling me it wasn't.
No, whenever I installed those 12 panels we were talking about earlier on this chicken barn up here, they're in series. One big solar panel, 12 panels make one big solar panel. So there's like 460, 480 volts. But whenever I run that wire down to the second one, somewhere or another, I got between the solar panel and the unistrut and pinched that wire. So it grounded onto the roof of that building. The whole roof of that building was lit. So.
Me too. But I know when it's shocking me.
Yeah, but somewhere or another pinched it between the solar panel and the unistrut, and then I just bolted it down. And then whenever, whenever I plugged them up, yeah, I plugged them up because it was hitting her a little bit.
And all I was doing was touching the water tote.
And then I went to the back of this building back there and I was hooking up the gutters. And I reached and grabbed a hold of the metal roof. And I'm going to tell you right now, it felt like somebody kicked me right in the face. It hurt. But, I mean, it had so much power, it wouldn't hold you to blow you off of it. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing. So, yeah, solar panels can hurt you.
That's why you don't do as Chris does and hook everything up.
From the time I turned it on, it has not went up. Well, I better not say that because it shut off after a while. But it's not. I've never shut it off. I've had that one in there for, I want to say at least 2 years. I'd have to go back and look at the videos and stuff, but it's like 2 to 3 years that we've had this particular inverter installed. When I added more batteries to the system, I never shut the system off. I hooked them up and stuck them on there.
We started out with that box.
Yeah.
With the car batteries.
Yeah, I made a battery out of Nissan Leaf batteries, electric car batteries, which, I mean, it actually worked pretty good. But the only bad thing about this thermal runaway with those things, I didn't like that at all.
And they're down there where you want to build the garage.
No, that's different batteries. The guy that come from
that guy coming
Nashville.
at them. Yeah, and this is another set.
Yeah,
that's down here. No, the ones that are down there by where you're going to build.
That's the very first battery we had.
Yeah. And then you went
to the
other
deep cycle marine batteries.
Then you went to the other ones, and then you went to these. So this is the third different.
Yeah. Started out with the deep cycle marine batteries. Duracell batteries, believe it or not. That's Duracell brand batteries. And Lord, I had 26, 28 of them things. There's like 16 of them still out here, down in that box. And
I have a picture of them somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I had this big idea that I was going to build a portable solar generator. I built a 4-foot. No, it was like, I want to say it's 2.5 feet wide by like 6 foot long box. And the whole bottom of it was lined with batteries, piece of plywood, more batteries. And this is supposed to be portable now.
I think I posted that somewhere.
That was the very first thing I built. Which, I mean, it worked good, but it was not portable. Then I made another plywood box, and it had 2 car batteries in it, 2 deep cycle batteries in it. And then that's what ran the camper down there for a while. But now that camper is just like had to lick, and we got to redo it.
The sunroof fell in. Well, didn't fall in. But
Yeah. I'm actually going to tear that whole camper completely off the frame, and I'm going to build like a little tiny home on the frame, which kind of defeats the purpose because I mean you just build a tiny home over outside the hill somewhere. I was just thinking maybe put on that we could move it if we had to. I guess.
I remember where I went. I still can't find that thing on my phone where I can download stuff on here.
From an app store?
No. For the YouTube channel.
Off me. But the original inverter we had was a Ames 5,000 watt inverter. Still have that. Then I went to the EG4 inverters. Still have those, the 24 volt. And then I went to 48 volt. But I still buy the 24 volt batteries. I just series 2 together and make a 48 volt battery out of it. It's the same thing. Yeah. And honestly, it may get me before it's over with. That may be what takes me out of this old crappy world, as my dad would say. But I don't mind moving electrical wires like that. They don't bother me. You can grab that hot wire and hold it in your hand all day long. As long as you don't touch that other one, you're good. As far as stuff, stuff like that just never really bothered me. As far as messing with it, I enjoy working on solar stuff. It's just I try to leave this one alone, the solar system here in the house, because I'm gonna have my feel for it whenever I move it out there in the shed. When I get that shed done completely, then everything will go out there. But I don't know if I will or not because it's kind of just way too much. But I may, in a year or so, buy another cabinet and 6 more batteries. I don't know yet, but if I do, I mean, it's just kind of just way overkill. But because, like I said, right now the batteries are still sitting at 99% over there. Well, we have that readout over there on the wall.
Right here.
Yeah, that's the very first solar system I ever built. Well, that's not the solar system, but battery box with inverter in it and stuff like that. That's the first battery box I ever built as far as solar.
Well, that's why I need to go with it.
And that was before everybody really started talking about pure sine wave inverters and stuff like that. I can't remember if that was a sine wave inverter or not. I can't remember, but I know that I had one hooked up here. I think it was the Ames 5,000 watt. It was not a pure sine wave, and I hooked it up here.
Yes, we are, Joe.
What's that?
Are you on Starlink for internet?
Yes, yes. But I hooked that Ames inverter up here. I don't think it was pure sine wave, but I mean we blowed up like 3 microwaves, refrigerator. I mean, it was popping stuff left and right. So I mean the whole dirty power thing is a true story. I can vouch for that. Like I said, we run through like 3 or 4 microwaves with that old Ames inverter. That's the reason I swapped it out. Doing very well. Yeah, actually, I've done a couple videos on that stuff. And like as far as the like how it works and stuff like that. But we did have T-Mobile up here, those little round thing that sends you the mail. It's like runs off the cell phone signals and all that stuff. And that internet was so horrible. It could be cloudy outside, and we wouldn't be doing this right now. It'd kick us off. You can ask anybody here. We'd be on here, and it'd just absolutely just shut us down.
Hey,
Now
Betty, we were talking about the pinto beans. There's the ones we were telling you we still have packaged. The pinto beans, the sugar, and the noodles.
that's 20-pound bags of pinto.
They're underneath the incubator.
The incubator's not on, of course. That's just stored.
But yep. That's the one Chris built, by the way.
Anyway, I was going to answer this question about the Starlink. Oh no, you're good. I'm just trying to think of what I was doing. Starlink, as far as the T-Mobile, you couldn't watch TV up here. You can watch YouTube because YouTube don't take a whole lot of effort for anything to run well. But as far as anything else, like movies and like the actual cable TV apps and stuff that you have, that you couldn't watch that at all, because it'll play for a second and buffer. 1 second buffer for 5 minutes. Buffer. That's all you got is buffering up here because we're so far away from the cell towers. Anyway, I hooked the Starlink up, and from the time I hooked it up to now, the TV has not one time buffered, none whatsoever. And we can do this, watch TV, all the security systems on Wi-Fi. We got 8 different devices hooked to it right now, according to this right here. There's 8 different devices on here, and no buffering, nothing on anything. And let's see what kind of speed we get.
We had T-Mobile, but it didn't do
good. Yeah, T-Mobile was here.
T-Mobile was better there than the Starlink.
But some spots it is. I mean, if you're close to, it's 5G stuff. I mean, if you're even close to a cell tower, you're good. We get about 200 megabits up and about 40 down, or whatever back. I may have it backwards.
Betty says gotta go to sleep. Turning into a pumpkin. We'll hear from everyone. Good night. Good night, Betty.
Good night, Betty.
I hope y'all have a good night. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you. She'll message you the next time we get ready to come on. I'm honest, we didn't know what's coming on today. We messaged you earlier, but
we was gonna come on Wednesday,
yeah.
But we got tied up and didn't get to, so we're here tonight. But we'll try to get back on. And
sometimes, like if we're out or if I'm out working or something like that, if I see Joe from St. Bernard Acres, if he's on, I'll get on there and tell him hey and stuff like that. Go on my phone, but that's the most online stuff we've got to do this last couple of months.
Have an outdoor antenna and tower. It's a couple miles.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly what. I've even got the outdoor antenna here for that. You know how you take the T-Mobile apart, put the little wires on there, and you hook it up to one of them $250 antennas, and it still don't work.
We have videos on where we hooked up the Starlink
and
stuff.
What's the cost of Starlink? It's $120 a month. I mean, honestly, it's way too expensive. But if you do, if you just get on the internet and you like check your email and watch YouTube every now and again, you ain't on it a whole lot. T-Mobile, it's just fine. It's just perfectly fine for $50 a month. But if you do like download videos or upload videos and watch TV in every room and you do a lot of stuff online,
like
it's worth it that way. But
like us watching TV with T-Mobile, it would glitch a lot, and it wouldn't stay running.
Buffer.
Or buffer a lot and wouldn't stay running. And when we tried to do our lives, a lot of them wouldn't stay on. They wouldn't work.
Yeah,
so I mean,
they've been on here a lot of times. Let's get booted off because
so
internet.
that's why we like the Starlink better. But everybody's different, I guess.
It really just depends on what you do with the internet, really.
And whether you're in the boonies or not.
Yeah, where you're at and what. Well, I mean, even if that just all depends on what's on the internet. Because, like I said, if you just get on here to check your email and stuff like that, you could use your phone as a hotspot. That'd be perfectly fine. Because our internet, I can turn the hotspot on my phone and I can check my email. So I can't watch TV or nothing. It's about like the T-Mobile. But I mean, it serves the purpose. But if you're going to do something like this, T-Mobile just ain't cutting it. Not here in this area. But I mean, we are in the boonies. That's pretty good speed. My Starlink don't get that. We get about say 200 to 250 download, and average about 40 to 50 upload. So,
and we're in the boonies.
That's unheard of for us here. I mean, that was a whole mind blowing thing for us here
That
because
was game changer.
T-Mobile here got like 1 and 2 download and points like 0.5, 0.6 upload. That's the speeds we got off T-Mobile here.
We're gonna have to turn that air back on. It's getting hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, T-Mobile was horrible here. Honestly, until we got the Starlink, we tried 3-4 different kind of internets here. We tried HughesNet, and I'm gonna tell you right now that I would never ever recommend that to anybody whatsoever. That is the biggest hunk of nothing I ever had in my life. The only good thing I got out of HughesNet was the pole they put in the ground. I put my Starlink thing on. That internet is a joke. You can't even call that internet. I just don't. So right there's that light flicker. I don't know if y'all caught that or not. She just turned the mini split back on. It just flickered just a little bit. Whenever I was growing up as a kid, you light flickered like that right there. Power's about to go out. So that's kind of the thought process I have now. The lights flicker like, oh, power's going out. So it drives me crazy. But yeah, using that's, man, I tell you, we got 50 gigabytes per month for, I think it was like 80 or 90 bucks, something like that. And whenever we're home on the weekends, we'd watch, we'd leave the TV on, we'll watch TV and stuff like that. Or of a night, I always got to play, even when during the week when we get home, I'll turn the TV on in the bedroom, just have something playing because I can't go sleep unless I got something, I'm listening to something.
And then when the baby and Jordan's here, they have the TV.
Yeah, and then they have TV in there. We have a living room TV, which stays on 99.9% of the time. The bedroom's on pretty much all the time. And one weekend, it would be down to 0, and then it would completely shut off. You couldn't even, they said they don't throttle it after you use that. Bull crap, they do too. It don't even work. You hit the 50 gigabytes because I'd call and complain. I call Race Kane about it. And to get me off the phone, they'd add like 5 more gigabytes to it just so to come back on and get me off the phone. And I'd look, and that's exactly what they done. They added like 5 gigabytes to my purchase thing, like so I can have something to get back online with, so I can hang up and quit Raising Cane with. But I'll never recommend that to anybody. That's, like I said, the only good thing that come out of that is the pole they put in the ground because it holds my Starlink dish now.
But on another note, Starlink, when he was asking about the cost, some areas you have to be on a waiting list to get it too.
Yeah. Now you got to check the map every day to see if it's available in your area. Well, you can get it anywhere. You can get Starlink anywhere in the United States, but you have to get the roaming plan. If it's not available in your area, it just means there's too many people in that area that already have it. Because T-Mobile was the same way when it first came out. Only so many people in the area could have it, and now Starlink's the same way.
Joe said, "Well, I have to run. This has been great. Have a good night." Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you,
We
Joe.
enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, anytime.
Come back and chat with us some more sometime.
We normally try to get online or do live chats on Wednesdays, because that's kind of her short day, and we're both kind of home in the evening on Wednesdays, so that's kind of when we like to try to do the lives. We just jumped on here tonight, but we haven't done one in a while, so I can't really say that either.
Right. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. So hopefully we can get back into the groove of doing them on Wednesdays. We do videos on Tuesdays and Fridays, and then we try to do live on Wednesday, just kind of keep it all leveled out. But life gets in the way, you know.
Yep.
That and I'm trying to build this shed.
And fix the chicken house and do the vegetables and
I don't know.
might be a bomb.
Hello. I did, yeah. But how many we got? We still got 10 people in here.
Mm-hmm. Still got quite a few.
Yeah, I think we got up like 19 or 20 one time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a record breaking.
Well, I think I didn't see that many. I seen like 16.
So, but anyway, we've been on here 2.5 hours anyway. So,
yeah.
So we probably just off.
Quite a few more minutes.
So.
Run out of things to talk about.
Yeah. We're talking about egg drop soup, I guess. I don't know.
You need to make that. We'll have to, when we go to town tomorrow, we'll have to get stuff to do that.
Yeah.
You bought it a couple times, but then.
Forget it and have to throw it away.
Yep.
So how you been doing in Arkansas? I know you wasn't feeling too good last time I talked to you. Yeah, been a month or so back, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we ain't been on in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ashton was saying we need to do a welfare check on you where we ain't heard from you.
Yeah.
He said that about him and Betty. Because
Mm-hmm.
usually those are the two that always come on. When we first did the first one, we couldn't get it to. It was like the ads kept throwing people off or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to go back and end the chat or the live stream and go back and start another one, make sure the ad was turned off. I'll probably jump on St. Bernard Acres. I think he does his on Saturdays. I'll probably jump on his for a little while tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
I jumped on there the other night. It was his birthday.
Oh,
Told him
is
happy
it?
birthday. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Said he's 68 years old.
Oh.
Yeah.
Y'all still need to do the split screen thing you were talking about.
Yeah, he actually mentioned it on his video. But me and him were going to do it. If he figured out how to do it, I figured out how to do it too. Using a cane. Yeah, hey.
I'm not using a cane, but I'm a little bit close to it.
Yeah.
Where I fell and hurt my sciatic nerve. I'm about there.
Yeah, she fell and got hurt at work. And I hurt my back in 2017. So
I hurt mine in December of last year, and even like walking on it some days, it's painful. So we know how that is. I feel for you. I'm sorry to hear that. I think Betty's husband hurt his back too. Yeah.
And Ashton hurt his foot.
His hoof.
His hoof, he called it.
Richard. Yeah, Betty's husband, Richard. Okay. You been doing any little projects or anything, Arkansas? Yeah, Chris said you need to start making videos again so we can watch them. Neurotherapy. Yeah. I've been going to physical therapy twice a week. You been doing any videos or anything anymore? I don't know if you can hear me. Have you been doing any more videos or anything, Arkansas? This thing's getting shaky. Therapy at home 3 times a week. Oh, okay. I've been going to physical therapy twice a week. Yeah, ours is both of ours is our sciatic nerve. And that's what ours does. My leg and my foot will go numb, especially like when I go to therapy, some of the exercises they have me do. My whole foot and everything will go numb. And just kind of give out on me. He said he does therapy at home 3 times a week.
Me too. Well, I mean, honestly, if I don't get the shed built pretty quick, I'm gonna need therapy myself because I fell off the roof and everything else.
So did Ashton.
I fell off the ladder twice one day.
Ashton fell off the ladder too.
The first time I fell off, I didn't fall off the ladder. I fell down it.
Has the video come out that you sliding across it?
Yeah, that one come out the other day.
Yeah, he has a video where he slid across the roof too. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Well, that hurts. You first straddling that thing.
Oh, I bet.
Because like I said, that roof's way steeper than it looks on video. Because I look at it on video and I go out there and get on it. That's 2 different things. So if I don't get that thing built pretty quick, I'm gonna need therapy myself. I used to have one of them, when I hurt my back, I had to get on one of them inversion chair things. You get on it and flip you upside down, stretch your back out.
Crazy. But going to therapy is $35 because it's free at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go to a I've never been to a chiropractor, and I think that'll help my back. I really do, because it just feels like that's what it needs. I don't know. Because like when my back gets hurting really bad, it's almost like you're kind of like drawing up a little bit.
One of them things where they flip you upside down. He had one of them in the living room at one time.
Yeah, it's spinning plumb around.
Yeah.
But there's a doctor in Greenville, South Carolina that I want to go see. He's called the Y-strap doctor. That sounds weird, I know, but
You have to look it up and check it out.
he's a chiropractor, and he's rated one of the best, you know, pretty much in the country. But he does he got this thing he wraps around your head, jerks your neck.
I was telling him that both of ours are sciatic nerve, I think.
Oh no, mine's not my sciatic nerve.
Is yours not? Mine is. Mine's like from my buttocks down to my toes.
Mine's my spine and the disc.
But where your leg goes numb and stuff, that's all your sciatic.
Oh, I've always had that.
That's your sciatic nerve.
Yeah, I've always had that.
On my side of the bottle. They come out to your house and do your therapy? Or you just do it yourself?
We're going on some kind of like a regimen or routine or whatever. So anyway, it's been 2.5 hours. I guess we could cut it off now. But anyway, guys, we've been on 2.5 hours. I guess we'll kind of wrap this up. I run out of stuff around my mouth, but
Me too. We'll try to come back on, I don't know, maybe Sunday or
I don't want to do it on Saturday because Joe comes
Joe comes on. So maybe Sunday or Wednesday.
The rest of them I don't care about.
The Sunday we'll be home. Well, we got to go to the store and stuff like that sometime this weekend and get chicken feed and probably boards and all that. Get that stove off of the truck and get it put in.
Well, I think I have enough boards. I just got to get the vents for the soffit. Because I'm going to use wood soffit and I'm going to put vents in it instead of using the plastic soffit stuff.
Number 4, there's $5 per visit for therapy. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. Heck, I'd do that. Yeah.
Hey, hot tub that she had that. You get in it. Well, she kept that thing at like 106 degrees or something like that. It's hot enough to boil your meat, literally.
I loved it.
But I mean, she get in it. But when I got in a couple times, it actually helped my back a whole lot.
We've got one that my dad got me. What, 10, 12 years ago, and we want to build the porch on over here where back outside this window is our porch, front porch, and we might extend the living room out and then put the hot tub over next to it, or leave that the porch and put the hot tub over there. But it's like a blue marble hot tub, but when he does it, he's gonna wood stove it.
Like a wood fired hot tub, yeah.
Would do it off of wood
instead of. I'm gonna have a boiler in it off wood stove kind of.
95 degrees.
Oh, she'd freeze to death in that.
I like it hot. I turn that thing all the way up.
She had one of them Coleman's, you know, like the blow up one. Then it's got that machine set beside it, heats the water and bubbles and all that stuff. She kept it wide open, and I think it's like 100. I want to say 104, 105, 106 degrees of oven right in there.
Had it a couple years until I burn it up.
Wonder why.
But anyhow, so now we need one off the wood stove, so I can just throw some wood in and get it real hot and go with it.
After we get the shed done, get all the solar stuff moved and everything situated in the shed, I'm gonna start working back on inside the house. That's the reason I haven't done anything here yet.
Well, we want to add on.
Yeah, I was actually working on the house. I was putting the beadboard around the bottom and stuff like that. We still ain't painted none of these walls or nothing like that. On this side, we painted them on that side. But I mean, as you can tell, like around the light fixtures up there, none of that's been painted since we've owned this thing. But anyway,
but we might wait till winter and do that, the inside, because it.
Yeah, because I want to start the addition onto the house.
Tear the back porch back off, and then do the back porch, the pantry, add another bedroom and another bathroom. And then the water tote room we want inside the house, like walk down a step or two and put it down inside so it's insulated.
If I if I can figure out how to do that, that's what I'd like to do. Like a 12 by 12 room on the back side of the house. It's gonna be part of the house, but like kind of not. I'm gonna like put a concrete pad in there and put all the water totes in there on that. That way they're inside the house. It's kind of hard to explain the way I want to do it, but that would be kind of heated and it won't freeze them bugs.
That way it's insulated and everything with the rest of the house as well.
I got big plans to roll it.
But we'll figure it out as we go. So.
Yeah, the thing right now is just get the shed done. That way I get all my solar stuff out and get all our dry food stored up, all that stuff out there. Because it's starting. We have it. We have like stuff piled in every corner. You know what I mean? Like trying to hide it out of the way and stuff like that.
As you've seen under the incubator.
Yeah.
Just everywhere.
So.
But we need to get all that packaged up too. But.
Yeah.
But we need somewhere to put it where if you put it in the buckets, it's harder to store than the bags right now. The bags you can put them in. $5 includes the therapist and a program for therapy. Oh, that's cool.
Wish they had that here.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I do want to try the chiropractor one. Everybody says the chiropractor will hurt you if you don't go the right one. But that's the reason I don't go to that one in South Carolina, because he's like really highly rated, one of the best in the country and all that stuff. That, and I think it'd probably help my back, honestly. I do.
Right.
Because I can be, so like weed eating and stuff like that. I can take a small weed eater and I can weed eat. But if I do it for say like 30 minutes at a time, just constantly doing this right here.
You're gonna be in bed a couple days.
Yeah, I'll be in bed for about 2 days and I have to literally crawl into the house. So it's pretty bad. I can feel my back, like my disc just like grinding. It's like a weird feeling. It's almost like bone to bone grinding in my back. My legs go numb and my feet go numb. So
that's how mine does with my sciatic nerve, though. Is my feet will start tingling, my leg will start tingling, and then it'd go down into my feet.
Anyway, guys, we're gonna jump off here. We've been on here, kept up on here way too long. Anyway, we'll try to get back on here.
Either Sunday or
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
we'll try to do Sunday. If not, we'll try Wednesday, because Wednesday's my short day. But Saturday and Sunday we're usually around the house, except for when we go get boards or go get chicken feed or something like that. But we're usually outside working on something, and by the time we come in, when it's dark, it's 9-10 o'clock. By the time we come in, do dinner, get a shower, and then try to get on.
Good night.
Good night, Arkansas. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on.
We hope to see you in the next one.
Yeah, I'll try to remember to message you next time before we come on. That way you know we're on.
Yeah.
And she'll message Betty and let her know we're coming on.
Yeah.
And Ashton.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, everyone. Hope you have a good night.